Audio check 1, 2. Okay, I didn't hear that again. I'll try audio check 1, 2. All right, I copy that. All right, hello and welcome back. It's Silk on the Silk channel, I think. Live here on Twitch. I think everything's fine. I mean, I'm watching off air. I did my audio check. You should hear me. There's the audio game mix. So maybe give me a heads up. And there's no viewers yet. So anyway, welcome to my channel. And I'm just playing games, and I happen to be playing Derail Valley this week. And I'm having a really good time, so let me go over to the game. I was in OBS Studio, just so you know what I'm doing. We're doing 2.5 megabits per second at 720p with CD quality audio, so it should be awesome. So I've been playing the game. I've been doing better than I thought. I don't know what's around here. This is my main locomotive, so we'll talk more about those later. And I'm at the manufacturing plant, so I'll kind of do a pan here. And I don't know how, I'm seeing some jittering just in my game, so the graphics may not be the best, but this is an alpha development. I am impressed with like the variety of the freight cars and all that. Now I'm looking over it off air to look at that pan. Looks pretty good, and the lag's not too bad. So it looks like we're going. Audio is I have audio muted, so I can't tell. So what am I gonna do? This tractor's got some wear and tear on it. You want to go inside? I guess I could do a walk around. A little short walk and talk. I won't do a lot of details. The trains are just so cool in the game, right? I've only been playing like a week. I did the 2-axle electric diesels, and that may have been all I've done. And then I moved up to these 4-axle diesel electrics, and they're very nice. And I got 2 because I had to get the multiple unit thing, and I can do multiple loads and multiple units. So being a new bro and just starting the game, I didn't expect to be doing this stuff like this quick. I looked at the hire and stuff. I was like, oh, no way, and I'm already doing it. So we just delivered here to the manufacturing facility this long load of steel. In fact, it's 2 loads. I'm going to even show you both sides because it's this entire side of steel. You see down here, then you hop over. Actually, I can hop over and hop up, I think. This whole other side, that was also all one load. I did 2 loads at once. And made 80,000 and put some wear and tear on these guys. So just around the outside, that's all you need to know is there's like 4 axles, and they're all traction motors, I think is what you call them. And you hear the diesel pounding away. Let me know what you think about the audio mix. I'll go back and listen to it myself. But as you get close to these diesels, I'm going to go over to OBS real quick and look at my meters. And I see my voice, I think, is on top. I've got it like knocked down 15 dB, and I'm going to go with that mix. It's so wild when you're streaming to go blind. Like, it's hard to do everything. So if anybody's watching, wants to give me a heads up. Let's see, I'm going to chat. I'm going to go say hi in chat. All right, and my mic is open all the time, so that's cool. We're going to go, like every hour I may take a break. So what time is it? We should know when we start. Oh, right at 8 o'clock. All right, that's a good time. We were looking at those. These are 4-axle traction motors. You hear the diesel. I don't think there's anything else you need to know other than there's some connections. Like you hook up the mechanical connection between the cars, then there's the air between the cars, and then these locomotives, is that what we want to call them, connect the units together. So like this blue connection here is the only place you don't do that to the cars back here. Anyway, look at the detail again. That's what I love about. I am a computer science major from Arizona State University back in the 80s, and to look at these graphics and the detail that we're looking at I never had the imagination to imagine what I would get to enjoy in my lifetime. So we delivered this load. All right. So this is a simulation, I think, is what we're playing. But it's still kind of a cartoon world. It's not a real world. I mean, a real place like Wyoming. But I'm getting to know my way around, and I'm enjoying the map. I might as well show you the map. Oh, and I got a setup. All right, here's the map. Okay, and I'm kind of like, you should know there's the HB, the harbor, down in the lower right of the map. And that's where pretty much a lot of my activity is taken out around the harbor. And you kind of spawn in the steel mill, the SM, in the middle of the map to start the game. And so I started hauling loads from the steel mill to the harbor for practice. And it went really well, and I made a lot of money. I got like, we'll see what's in my wallet. So now I've done a lot of loads of steel with the 2-axle traction motors and now the 4-axle. And back to back, I got like 8 traction. It's going really well. I was in the harbor. I just unloaded steel and I got some empty, let's flip around here for you, oil tankers. And it's surprising they're not hazmat. Actually, I brought steel. They're not hazmat, but handling them, like, I was around hazmat, you know, so I felt like, wait a minute, you don't have to have a hazmat license just to even be around in the yard of the hazmat, and no, you don't. So you'll see that. So I've unloaded here, and we're looking for another load. Here's the pile of loads on the desk. I was looking through them. I didn't see anything yet. Like, that's a shunting for 11,000. That's not too exciting. That's a freight haul, a long load to a place I don't want to go. The food factory. All right, and I make myself look at the map every time. So we pull this up, and what's the food factory? It's the FF at the top of the map, and we're over at the MF in the upper left, the machine factory. So that would be food over to the FF at the top of the map, and that's how I'm learning where all this stuff is. And come over. Here's another shunting job. I do a lot of. They're fun, but I want them to be worth a lot of money, and these are not, to places I don't want to go. There's just so much. There's so much cool stuff to do in this game. It's so fun. Logistics are like empties, so we could take some empties to the food factory. I don't think so. Not too exciting. I want to throw that down. The floor makes for good space. And 17,000 to the steel mill. Now that's a load I'm interested in. Right there. That's probably our load. That's to a place I don't want to go. It's a load. It's 25,000. We'd end up, at the food factory. I want to end up at the steel mill. And then here, shunting 14,000, to the steel mill. So I think we got a load. So we're going to do this one, but I'm going to leave it here. Everything else is there and there. Because we did some damage to the vehicles here. These are my 2 units out here, and there's like 10,000 each of damage, and there's some stats about me here about insurance and co-pays. And if you people will know, I can explain this stuff to you later if you want. But that's what I don't understand. Co-pay remaining. All I have to do is do the remainder of the co-pay, which is already up to like what it was, like 20,000, right? Let's think this through. Like, cancel that and look at those fees. Right, we're looking at 20,000 in fees right there. So I come over here, and it says, no, wait, your total copay is 10,000, and the remaining is 4,000, so I only have to pay like 6,000. I don't get it. Fee tolerance is up to 40,000. So I will just look at this like whatever. It did say, though, that I do have, you want to see all my licenses? The manual services there. So we're going to go out and manually service the tractor if I can find it. But yeah, there you go. Freight, shunting, multiple units, logistical. I can do the DE2, the 2-axle unit. Scroll down here for you. I don't have the 6 yet, or the 3. Those are whole nother videos. I got the 4 and this S60. You guys want to do the steam engine? That's a whole nother video. But I'll still do steam. That should be awesome. And the big steam engine I won't even touch. I own this. This is the small. They call it a shunter steam engine. And then I got concurrent 1, length 1 and 2, no hazmat yet, and no military yet. If you guys, the big deal, just cut to the short, is the insurance for the military, and the hazmat is just, I'm a new bro, and I'm not prepared for it to be astronomical yet. So, there you have that. What am I doing? We're going to repair these guys, right? They have 20,000 in damage. I could pay 6,000, I don't get it, but we're going to try to save some money and play the game and make videos. So here we are. I need the maintenance yard. I'm interested in the maintenance yard because it's got maintenance, and that's where the trains are going to be. So, this is like being a pilot. You got all these little books to look at and everything for all your information. So we're in the MF. So if you look at the bottom of my little map there, the manufacturer, machine factory and town. I gotta get this in my head, right? And the shop, the turntables, there they are at the very top. We are at the little home symbol in the middle, like right there between C and D. So I need to go straight west to the turntables. And service is there too. Now our tractors are in C, so we're going to have to back out to the main track over there by the S, where it's saying south is probably where I'll go. I may have to go to the north and come through the whole place. But it'll be fun. I mean, we get to drive through this whole thing and come back to the north, taking lefts there all the way, 2 lefts, and we'll hit the turntables and do service over there and get to see what the tractors. Now, anybody watching? No, nobody's watching yet. I was going to say, do you want to run over there? I want to run over there, and then we'll check out the tracks and the switches, make sure things are set up. It'll make driving easier coming in. But later we can do the kamikaze thing where you just bring the train in where you've never, blind. That's what we'll call it. Bring the train in blind. So we want to go north. Due north. Do I have a compass? I was going to show you this, my inventory. The compass is up here. I took it down because I wasn't going to use it. Now, of course, I do. I've got the shovel and the lighter for the steam engine. I got a flashlight, a stopwatch, a wallet, map. This is like the quick pilot guide, a remote control for the trains, and remote controls for the switches. It's like pretty friggin' cool. So pull out the compass, and I said west. All right, which way is which? Like, I think that's south and that's west. So this way. That's the way the train is pointing, right? I don't expect to go the way the train is pointing. And come down here, make sure. See, I am in the C on C3, so I know where I'm at. And I guess I have to look at C on C3. And the train's on this side of the load, so I have to figure out, I'm going to pull. Just check and make sure this is north. Yes, I believe it is. And then we have to back down to the south, because if we go, so this is a close-up of the C. If we go back to A, here, there's C, and actually north and south are like this. So we're going to go back south, backwards, but the load's in the way, so I'm going to have to pull forwards to go back down. How to get through C. That's what I'm looking. 2S? Is that one? Oh, but there's something blocking 2S. So I'm going to go back down through 1L. You see it right there? Come out here, so that's in the right switch position for 1L. We come down here. That's the right switch position, right, to get the train onto this. Here's another switch that's in the right position for that. And then I'm going to back up here. And we're going to drive through there. So I got to get back to here. Now, I've got a remote control for the train, and it should be detached. So, there's the train. And turn the brakes off. This is just like sitting behind the wheel. Release the brakes. And it's just going to be the 2-train unit. It should be. And it was going forward. I think that's forward. We're going to find out real quick. I don't know which ways. I just loaded the game in, I guess. So we'll take it real slow. The brakes are off, like a little bit of speed. And is it moving? It is. It must be coming toward us then. Or if it stops, then it went the wrong way. So stop. And now reverse it. Come on. Oh, it's got to completely stop. Reverse. Reverse. Now try to come toward me. Real slow. And if it's speeding up, there you go. Now it's coming our way. Cool. And I can walk around with this, and we want it to come through this switch. All these switches are aligned properly, and when the engine comes past us here. So we're taking it over to the turntables, to the maintenance site. I was going to run over there to see what's there first, but we'll go ahead and drive the train over. All right, it's still accelerating, and so let's take the throttle out. And once it goes past me, I'll use the independent brakes about halfway to stop it. So the brakes are out, so everything should be fine. Good train. That's a good train. Okay, go like this way. And it could pick me up, but I think I can just hop in now. Boom, in the cab. Oh, if you haven't been in here yet, have you? Make sure the brakes off back here, right? These are, they had to because the train was moving. But I'm going to check. I just don't trust it. That's right. Is that right here? Is it really... Yeah, that's off. Really sucks to drag around an engine. And both engines are running, right? Smoke from both stacks. They're linked together. We're going to try to drive them as one. And I kind of cool. It took me a while to figure out. I used to have them both facing the same direction. But I learned by having one forward and one's backwards, it's easier to just, you don't have to turn the units around to pick up your return loads and stuff. You always have a cab with the controls looking forward. It's totally cool. So, did I change the switch? I think I did. We're going through on 1L. That's the reverser forward. These are the brakes off. And gently apply power. And there's the speedometer. I can zoom in. And 15, 20 miles an hour is good through the yard, I think. I was doing 15, now I'm doing 20 because I'm getting better and less patient. Now I'm just turn, going to 1L on the right. And I'm doing 20, so I'll back off that. And that's what I learned a lot about trains is they coast really well. So you just get out of the power, let it roll through the yard. I got a cup of coffee, so I'll take a sip. And yeah, going through these yards at 20 is cool by me. You know, that we're just the power units, if that's what you want to call them, tied together. We're gonna get repaired, and then we've got a load, right? I found a load over the steel yard. I can pull out the map and start showing you the route to the steel yard with something from here to go pick up some steel to take back to the harbor. Or whatever we want to do. I'm just starting to work my way around the map. That's what sounds cool. Is I've seen like 25% of the map, and I'm impressed. I call these like a handmade map. You know, somebody actually sat down and placed all the buildings in the trees. I could be wrong. Okay, we are through. We are continuing south. I hope that's aligned. Oh, it aligned itself. That's cool. I went through a switch the wrong way, and I didn't know what would happen, and it fixed itself. So we're coming out. We want to get on like the south main line. I'll show you the quick. Oops! Don't get back in the cab there. I'll stay out here. Is this switch aligned properly? It should be pointing at me, and it is. If I can pull out my radio real quick, and I can always align switches like this. But I'm always looking for there's a pointy white-red thing there, pointing the side of the switch you're on. Okay, so what's ahead? As we do manufacturing main line. We're coming out of C. The main line's going to be right up here. Taking a left. And I believe that's it. Right there. We're still cruising along about 15, 20. I'll put the power in for a little bit. And look over here, and there's the switch. We're going to go just get the power units past that. All right. Whoa. I hate it when I do that. That's going to free view cam. Like, oh my god, but we're fine. We're back in the cab. We're safe. Okay, take the power out. Power out. Coasting at 20 plus. Zoom in for the viewers. Here's the switch, and we hit the brakes after we get through the switch. Right? I can't see anything in here, except there goes the switch. And we can hit the brakes now. And since it's just the train unit, I just use the train brakes, and I'm thinking like 50%. There's no LED in here. It's like an old school cab. That's fine. You're seeing the thing come down. Okay, so we're changing directions now. All right, because from here, I'm hitting 3. Trying to call up my map. That's at 4. Why is nothing working? Oh, I'm in the free cam again. We're switching cabs. And we're going this way now. Because you can't tell there. We're in the MF. All right, so I see us up there in the upper left. And we are out on that south main. Like in front of us now is D, and we want to go straight or to the left of this one, and then to the left, and then to the left again. So in my head, I'm thinking 3 lefts. So I look out here, and that sign there, with my little remote control, I can actually zoom in and kind of say, that's to the right. So you get to click on it and go left. And then another left, and then another left. So let's do it. forward. And from this cab, see how I like it that each time you can have a windshield and controls to look out of. And that just happened to me by accident. So take off the brakes. Forward gear, little power. And the headlights are all messed up. So forward light, I want lights, and rear, I want red. And I'm gonna take the power out because I want to go look, do a light check, and say I got my lights on, and I got my red lights on. Okay. So put the power back in, and we're looking to do like 20 through the yard and stuff. So there's a left. That's our first left. And up here, that should be another left. And then another left. And they all look like they're good. Ah, this is so fun. Cool. We have a viewer. Falcon. Welcome, Falcon. Get my flower. Awesome. You made it. Welcome to the show. It's like, look at my train. Yes, we're playing trains. This is a medium train. It's not a big train. I did a little train. I can show you the little trains. I'm so excited to show you it all. Like, how much time do you got tonight? I can go on for like hours. So I don't know how long it's gonna be. There's the turntable in front of us, right? There's the third left. To the right is for steam engines. Oh my God, what's in there? Is that a steam engine? Is water and coal. So I gotta use the brakes, right? Get in here and use the independent brakes. Slowly, I want to stop before the turntable though, right? Get out of the power and full train brakes. Right before the turntable. See, I'm looking out the windshield. Oh my God, look at all those trains. Oh my God, this is so cool. Look at all those trains. I'm having so much fun. All right, I'm going to let it, I'm going to shut it off, right? It'll be fun. Turn off one engine. Do you hear it go off? How's the audio mix? Got a couple hours. Yeah, is the engine right? Did you hear the diesels? And you can hear me and all that. And kill this one. Because you would be surprised at the bill you get for fuel from these things. All right, that's one engine. Mine. I came here because all the engines are stored, like the facilities are here. So here's where you can like buy water and ready for manual services, and I can perform manual. Maybe that's what I have a license to use this one, and it's at every station, and I don't know what it does. And then pay. I have a wallet. You want to see my wallet? For the first time, I have $349,768.41. Good sound. Excellent. Most excellent. All right. Oh, yeah. So can you see I'm enjoying Derail Valley, where, again, this is the manufacturing facility on the map. I'm going to pull the map out again. It's the MF over in the upper left. There's a little blue cone. Is that me looking around? See the cone changing directions? And the little dot for the index, this is a train station. There are repair facilities here. There are diesel services, coal services, and a shop. Oh, we got to find the shop. Every shop has had stuff. But then you saw, this is my inventory, that I've got a remote control, and I've got everything I need. Oh, and steam engine. That's the thing. Do you want to see Silk play with a steam engine? Here's the coal, right? So I know I'm just showing you the details to go up here, and I guess I've never done it, but you would like fill your hopper with coal. Look at all the trains. All right, so then I came over here and I was like, oh, what did I think this was? Yeah, it's coal. So I thought there was a steam engine here, but no, this is another. I guess I should get the name right. DH4. It's the 4 traction motors. So that we'll call an axle has a traction motor on it, and there's 4 of them, so there are 4 traction motors. So these are haulers. These are fun vehicles. These are first-rate rides. We're gonna have so much fun. So gotta get this thing moving so I get a load and show you. Okay, so we know what the little guys are, and we know what these DM4s. The little guys like a something else. But there's one in here, I thought. So let's see if we can find you a little 2-axle electric. This guy. So these have diesel motors that generate electric power currents to electric motors, right? And they have a really nice ride. I like it. It's a DE2. So the other was like a DH4, a DE2. And look at the weight. It's 39,000 kilograms. And the other is almost exactly double, like 80,000. So they're pretty much power to weight ratio. Does that make any sense? Pretty cool. I mean, things like whether you haul in the rain affect your traction with the steel wheels. So what else do we got over here? No steam, huh? All right, well, this is the Big Daddy. I don't drive. I don't have a license. This thing's 200,000, and I have 350. So I could buy it, but I'm having so much fun. I don't know. Like this, I'm assuming. Let's look at its weight. Is it exactly? No, it's less. Like the other was 80,000, so doubling would be 160. This is the one, so it's lighter. But I don't know what kind of horsepower this has. But it's a DE6. It's a 6-axle, 6 traction motor. Where here I have 8 by tying 2 of them together. But that could be fun to drive too. But that's waiting for me. This is the big steam. I don't have a license for it. But what is this? This is a 282. So does that mean two dolly wheels? I expect up here. I only see one. Here's the 8. Oh, so that's what a 1 is, 2 wheels. And then the 4 axles are 8 drive axles, and then a single 2 in the back here. And then I went in there. I want to show you the coal in the back here. It's a whole hopper. Yeah, you want to look at the detail. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, they won't even let you in. But yeah, we can go play with the small 6 drive axle shutter steam engine. This has a big coal hopper. Oh, I see red flashing. Oh, that was me trying to get in. The off-air just freaked me out with the big flashing red X. I was like, oh my god, what's happening over there? The little guy just has some coal in the back. It's so cute. I figure maybe we'll end the stream with just me trying to take the steam shutter thing to the port empty or something. But I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, like if we had a viewer that could teach me. We'll see. I mean, and I could blow it up. It could be fun just to try it. Is that 2? So we have 2 DE6s? Oh, that's cool. And with my double unit, right, I think I can put 2 DE6s back to back. So the license would cost me 200,000, I think, but you wouldn't have to pay for each engine. Ah, that would be another cool thing for stream, just to buy the DE6s. Because that's what I've learned. I had my fun with the little DE4s. These are the 4s. These are the DH. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to do maintenance. Where is the maintenance? I think it's in here. Should be a bank over there, right here. So we've got to get the train in here. In here. All right. So we get to use the turntable, right, to put my units that we want to service, right? Because I'm gonna keep using these units, right? And we got a load waiting for us to take to the steel mill. All right, so we got to fire them both up, right? Come back in here and power it up. And how's that audio? I can turn the game up a little louder if you want, but you let me know. I just did, because really you are listening to it. You're like the only listener, so this audio is like being custom made for you. It's like I can't even hear it, so we might as well do a good job. All right, both units are running. And I'm letting them pump up air and stuff is why they're running. And check that they're together. Weird things. This is in alpha. I had a whole card disappear on me. So things happen. But I like to consider myself, I'm a professional gamer, right, dude? So I'm used to alphas. I have special skills and patience just for understanding how bad it can be. I die well. Is that a good way to say it? Falcon. Okay, turn it till it lines up out there. I guess I'm seeing it. Yeah, so you got to sit in here and swing the turntable. And I'm new, right? I told you I'm a new bro. I'm new at this, so that's like, I think that's it. It snaps. I think, like, I'm gonna snap like that. That yeah, these are all new sounds to me. If I'm like, right? So that was a good sound. Oh, we get to drive through, dude. Look at that. It's a drive-through. Awesome. I can look up here and just jump in the cab. Take the brakes off. Right? My speakers, I'm going to turn down a little bit, right? Because we don't want them getting into the mic. But they sound good. I want them up loud because I want to experience the sounds, right? We can talk about the audio design, I think, is most excellent. Right? This is a VR simulator. So I'm not playing in VR. but you can do the whole Oculus Rift thing, but I couldn't stream that, right? So I'm really excited to give you guys this VR simulation and listen to how good it is. Most excellent job, guys. Brakes are off, forward direction, little power, 10 miles an hour into the shed. Like, I'm getting more confident, right? So that's what you need with these things, is confidence. Goes a long way. Like, your first time, you're like, you don't know how far it'll coast. But like 10 is my cautious. Like 10, you're rolling. What, these are 80,000 each, right? Each one of these weighs what my semi did. So 160,000 pounds, doing 10 miles an hour. Doesn't stop, right? It just keeps rolling. So brake is going to be the train brake. And how long will it take me to stop? It's stopping. I don't want to hit it. That's fine. In fact, go a little further. I took the brake off. Just roll in. Am I all in? I've got to get the whole thing in here. Wish I could see the front a little better. I'm going to say that. I mean, I could look out like this as I hit it. No, I didn't hit it. Oh, it's still rolling. Look at that. All right. I'm patient. I'm waiting. And just let it get up there. Oh, come on. This camera's... I'm going to stop now. So here, I may have hit... But stop there. That's the train brake. For servicing, right? I'm gonna do the immersive, because the simulation is so good, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna shut her down to fuel it, right? Because as professional drivers, we don't fuel. I shut my semi down. Oh, fuel stop. Because I think that's what we're getting here is fuel. Here's our little bank of servicing. This is my first time, everybody. I've never done this before. We're gonna find out what everything does. I need help. Fuel off. Okay. Nice and quiet it is. All right. What do you want to do first? I don't even know what services these things need. I know, right, it was like 10 grand each. So we have $20,000 to spend on services and we'll save money. So first off, ready for manual service. What do you think manual service is? I mean, there's fuel. Right here we can do electric powertrain. Incompatible. Mechanical powertrain? I didn't know I had a mechanical powertrain. I guess I do. I have wheels. But see, those are only $100. Like current unit cost, current body. Oil? I could use some oil. I could use some sand. Diesel unplugged. Oh, let's plug it in. Doesn't this look cool? Look at this. Oh, dropped it. My first time. Sorry, my bad. Where do you want to put it? There's got to be a hole. Which one first? Back here first. Will it reach? Stretch. Oh, really? Really? No. I've got to move the train to fuel it. Okay, do we want to do everything else first? I'll try to do one or the other. Let's see, how far will it go? Like, there's the hole. And I already lost it. All right, can we reach the other hole? Oh, but this is like so cool. Okay, just bring it out. Can I make it? There's the hole. And no. And I don't even think, can I even get this one in here? Because I'm touching the bumper, so I can't even fill this one? Oh, I'm so sad. Much sadness. So I'm thinking it's got to go up there. I've got to bring it back here, so I can take the other one out. Just, fine. Where's there? Should be a screen we can read. Let's try. So I can't do that. Can I do oil? And sand. These are two. And then they say ready. The body, what is the body is full? I don't know what that is. But the wheels are ready, the mechanical's ready, and this is incompatible. Or manual. There's two, where it says right there. See, two of these things. I'm gonna try this. It says 1, 2. One of two. Oh, these are the two units. So here's one of two. The L38 and the L16. I think I know what those are. The L38 and the L16 are on the side here. See, there's the 16. So the 16's in front. The 38's here in the back. So we're doing the 38. The one in the back, that guy. All right. Mechanical powertrain for the one in the back. Pull the lever. Full. Okay, so that's what it does. It fills it up My repair cost was $10. Like I said, the bill for this was like $20,000. Okay, so that does no more. Okay, wheels, they're full. Body, that's what it means, is full. Don't need nothing. Oil. Current, add 0. Current. I'm scrolling the mouse wheel just so you know. So that's full. Sand. I accidentally turned the sand on, and that's dumping it, so that's full. And I can't do the diesel on either. Okay. You know what? I can fill that one, put them both on the turntable, flip it around, and then fill the other one. Ah, I got it. Okay, 100, 100, 100, 100. So that engine is done. Then I come back here and go engine 2 of the one, and it is incompatible. Okay, fix this. Fix this. That's full. I don't know what body full means. Oil. You use oil, sand, and diesel. Alright. So I'm done. Now I gotta pay that bill. $5,000? You got... Well, if it was 20, at least it's saving me a little. Okay, you like the sound? And yeah, it won't reach. That's hilarious. Fine. So I think the engines are done. I'm going to pay the engine bill. I'll show you how you pay bills. You say, it's saying, here's a bill. You say, yeah. So I pull out your wallet, which I got $350, and this $5,000 bill on it would have been $20. So I'm saving a little bit of money. It says, do that, put the wallet away, and say, yeah, pay it. And you get a little receipt. Look at that. Lifetime warranty. Well, until the next time you pay. Oh, but it does tell you each thing you did. And this little booklet so you can turn the pages. And yeah, I'll file that on the floor there. You can see it in the maintenance room. So the maintenance is done. We just need fuel. So let's power them up. And I'm going to fuel them with the engines running this time. Okay, one's running. I don't know if there's a shortcut to just jump between cabs. But again, I like hopping out and hopping in. Okay, 2 units are running. I'm going to drive from the front out onto the turntable. And you think both turntables will fit? Let's do the remote. There's the remote. Let's take the brakes off. Okay, it's fully charged. It's solar power. You have to like sit out here in the sun to charge it. So the brakes are off in there. It was going that direction. I think I'm gonna like turn it the other direction. And we're up against that back fence, so it can't go forward anyway. And then just a little bit of power. 1, 2, maybe 5 miles an hour come out of there. Maybe 6. And that's good for me. Take the power out. Okay. And I want to stop it right on that turntable. And it's too big, isn't it? Well, I'll have to disconnect it anyway. Let's go ahead and stop this. So here, ready to hit the train brake, and hit the train brake full on. Stop right there. Thank you, sir. That looks pretty good. All right. Did it fit? Oh, no. Just doesn't fit. All right, so what am I gonna do? Let's disconnect him, and I'm gonna fuel this guy. I think I should have stopped. I don't even have to disconnect him, and then bring him back and put this guy in here to store him. So right now, let's just bring it back and fuel the back one. And yeah, there's really no way I can reach that front one, huh? All right, there it is. Here we are. We're gonna fuel the hose here. There's our remote. Turn off the brakes and reverse it again, and just a notch of power. I like the remote. Yeah, so I didn't expect to have the remote so soon. $7 miles an hour, that's plenty. Cut the power out, 8. I'm gonna come over here and get into the train brake a little bit early, start slowing it down. In fact, maybe full stop-ish. Right, here's the, get out of it. There it is right in front of me there. So just a little bit more. And out of it. And stop here. About a half a train brake. Should do a little more. All right, put that away. Expect to turn around, and there's my input. Now you got to click and hold this thing. Insert. There. Look at that. That is a fine connection. All right, I want to say fill her up. And I'm clicking on it, it does nothing. I'm left clicking on it, it does nothing. It's going down. That's what I said. You get a hell of a bill. See how, like. So, you have to, like, I have to scroll the mouse wheel the whole time. Add current. Is that it? It's full. I'm done. I'm sitting here like I didn't need any more. I think it's full. Like 6,000. All right. That's that. Let's put it somewhere like here. Okay. This one's full. It's going to sit here and burn fuel while we try to figure it out. I don't want to drive from here. All right, to bring it out, I want to be over here. Brakes off. And I kind of want to end up with the back train in the middle of the turntable, and I'm going to disconnect, store it, and then then re-put the turntable straight and back this one in to fuel it. That's all I can think of. Or it's the fastest I can think of. So, brakes off. That away, please. And that's fast enough. Power out, and then I can jump out here and use the remote. So do that, get into the brakes a little bit. And there. Say I want that guy about, he's going to stay on the turntable, the other one's going to come off. So we can disconnect him now. Disconnect. Close the valves. That's, where you got like 50 PSI in there before you disconnect. That's a tightener, and pick up your hitch and stow it away. We are now disconnected. Hop in. Go that away forward. Brakes off. Little power. Just to get us off the turntable. Right here. And that's probably enough. So power out. And the brakes on. That's the train brake. Just set him out here. And once you set the brake, you can like, I'm out of here. Okay, now the turntable over one notch. I think it'll fit in there. That'll like totally suck if it doesn't fit. It'll be fine. Okay, put him over there. So hard for me to tell. Like, is that it? No, I think it has to come this way a little bit. Like, that's it, I think. But it didn't make a happy clicky sound, kind of that. I think that's, is that it? There you go. That's how you do it. And now, without further ado, just a little bit, like 3 miles an hour. Oh, come on. I want to see outside. Wrong way. Brakes. Out of the power. Go this way. Brakes. Forward. Okay, just a little bit. And I wanted to see out here. Will he fit? Anyway, I just get in this close. It's like, this is so cool. I'm gonna probably bump up against him. What harm could it do? Well, I'm on. So back inside. Hit the brakes. Out of the power. And I even take it out of gear. That's like neutral. Okay, you stay here. Right, the brakes are set. And now move the turntable back. Anyway, I decided this is the first time I did maintenance. I get to share with you. I don't even know when I'm straight. This away. There. Didn't click. That. Is that it? no. I wish I could stand here like with a remote and, you know, maybe there's a trick somebody can show me. Let's come back toward me this way. That, now click. There. That. So you hear a clunk, clunk, and then a click. And this is what we want. I can jump inside, I believe. We want to go this way. Now we're driving backwards. Brakes off. And again, I can use the remote. So I'll get it going back, like 5 or 10. So there's 5. 8 miles an hour. In the shed, and I'll hop off with the remote once we get inside. To stop it at the fuel pump. I mean, it should just cruise in at 6 and 7 like this the whole way. You just got to be patient, and I was not patient. Try not to get hit. That's a nice steam engine. It pulls really well. That's something to look forward to. Maybe if you could do a couple of them. Oh my God, okay, I need the remote and brake. That was a little close. Did I actually hit it? Oh my God, I didn't hit it. Like 6 inches. Okay, fine. Reverse this way, so forward, brake off, a little bit forward. Then I need to look. There's the fuel thing there, so stop now, get out of it. Too much. Stop. And won't reach. Okay, reverse it again. Gotta look up like this. Reverse, reverse. Turn off the brake. I think what I did wrong is I left the throttle in, so just a little bit. 1, 2, and now take it out. Oh, come on. Take it out. And hit those brakes. Don't wreck the engine. This way again. I want to like be able to see the spout. You have to kind of lock the control here to be able to use it so that things are off. Forward, like 1 mile an hour. And get out of it. It's going 2, so get ready to hit the brakes. Right there, brake. Not too far. Alright. Oh, again, gotta pick it up and hold it. Alright. And diesel's at 4,000, so empty. What does that mean? Adding, okay, 5,000, 6,000, we're done. Alright, so I have fueled and I have a bill here now. I don't remember paying the other bill. Maybe when I drove out it billed me. But I'm going to say yes. Present my wallet. No, that's the map. And there's our receipt. Diesel. Just tell us how much. Oh, we got 1,500. It does. Cool. All right. So both units are full. We're ready to haul a load. All right. So there was a load. We'll see if it's still on the table. To the steel mill. So I want to go that way. That's that way. The brakes are off. Does it say full here? So like you can zoom in and say sand, fuel, and oil are all full. So power. And I go right through the turntable. At about 10 will do. My lights and stuff aren't on, but I'll worry about them later. So thank you for visiting with me to the shop and seeing the train. There's nothing here I want to take with me, right? The DE6s, so remember them. The factory here has 2. When I get my 6-axle license, waiting for me just to put them back to back. You have to use the turntables handy for that. Although I have derailed my first train, and you have in your radio all the tools you need to put together a train back together, so you can pick up a whole car and flip it. I'm gonna stop right here, I think. So I haven't tried it on an engine yet to see if I can like flip engines. Like, okay, it's ready to just sit here and idle. Go back and get the other one. Now, have I showed you can like jump forward? It'll look weird in the video, but it saves viewers time, and I think that's cool. So I got to change the turntable back. Or I could take this one. That's a brand new one. I wonder if I can do 3. Oh, I haven't. I'll bet you I can. Because my permit is for multiple units, so we'll have to see how many is their limit. I didn't see a multiple unit 2, so I need this car here. It probably has the brakes on. Oh, and we needed to line up the turntable to this. All right, I'll try. In here. Okay. Right about like that. That's what we want to hear, right? Clink, clink, duh. So I guess you could count them and say 1, 2, 3 tracks. Perfect, right? That is perfect. In there, right? Brakes off. This away. We're backing out. So we're backing out with a little power. I'm gonna stick my head out. Gotta stop. Power out. Train brake. And right about there's the pole. That's about the middle. It's like, ah. All right. Perfect, right? I totally planned it that way. Rotate the table. Anyway, see how exciting this is? I'm enjoying it. This is a great simulator. And you know I like my simulators. All right. How to line this one up? I think go this way. No, other way. 1, 2, 3. I want to say that's it. I was totally counting that just by the sounds. And look at that, it works. Oh my god. That is so cool. Okay, we are backing this guy in to this train up here. Right? Continue backing. Sorry if I'm just talking out loud about... Okay, not too fast. So get out of power. That's like 6, 7, 8. We want to crash at about 3. Like bump. Is that a better word? Lots of stuff, yeah. And the cars. Just all kinds of cars. Tankers. Flatbeds. Acetylene. Explosives. Hazmat. Like, so what would be fun about the hazmat is it might blow up. Oh, do you use... Okay, let's hit the brakes a little bit. Slow it down for that 3-mile-an-hour collision. So get it below 5. And release it right about there. And now let him hit. Boom. And now I can connect them. Now I have a flashlight. I can pull out this. But I can't really... I've tried. I can't pick things up when I'm got my flashlight in my hand. So it doesn't matter which one I do. So I got to put the flashlight away. And... why aren't they highlighting there? That, connect to the hook, and tighten it up. Then do the red air connections in the dark. I have a lantern around here somewhere. I enjoyed it. I put it on a train and it just disappeared. So we'll have to pick up a new... Oh, we can do that here. We can go get a new lantern. And there's 2 power cables here. There, they snapped. All right, so that's all 3. And make sure you tighten the physical connection. And they are tied together now. All right, we're gonna get a load. Like, look at the map here. We're up at the turntable at the very top of the map, and our missions are down in the office, and I don't know where the load's gonna be, so I'm gonna run down there to the little yellow house in the center of the map by C and D. I'm heading east, so let me pull out my compass. And I think that way's east. Right, if my cars coming out of the turntable facing that way. Right? I think we're looking... Like this way should be north. And it is. So I would head this way to get to the house. And it's gonna be toward the north of C&D. Okay, so it's actually over here. Now I could do the jumpy thing, but I'm gonna not do that for more, so it makes the video more continuity. I think the house, it might be here. There's a lot of times there's a green light over the top of it. So I hope I'm going in the right direction. If I can find some rails, I'll find out which yard I'm in, like C or D. I should be around there. Kind of recognize up here, a lot of times there's the passenger, the main unloading yards, and a lot of times the office is up by it. Watch, there'll be a fence right here I run into. Okay, I'm looking around here. This is where I can do the jumpy thing. Alright, I've been around here. There's the shop. Where are we? We're at the manufacturing plant. I might as well check what's in the shop. Right, we're in the know. I'm just looking to pick up the job. But this is what the shops look like. Each, they're, you know, around the world. I don't know if each one has one. Here's what's on the wall. I've got, I want the lantern. Locomotive remote. End of train lantern? That's a red one. That's a neat one. You don't have the regular lantern? That's $1,000 for the end of, but I'll pick it up. Because that'll be cool. It's going to be the red end. And red, I got money to burn, so give me a little scanner. Plus, I get to show you all these game mechanics. I want the end of train. That's the EOT. Put it down. I don't want to take that with me. Pull out your wallet. Pay demand. There it is. Nice. Right. Now I want my regular lantern back. Put that. Hit tab and win my inventory. And here's my inventory. So here's my lantern. And I'll put it in with the shovel and the seam stuff. And here's all the stuff I have again. Anything else? I would buy a lantern here, but they don't have it. That sucks. I don't know what these cassettes are for the thing, but I got my shovel, my lighter. More there's like 4 cassettes here. Lantern. That's what I want right there. Give me that lantern. Right there. That's 2,000? I don't remember them being that expensive. And the flashlight's 5. I remember that. The flashlight was more expensive. Thank you. Yes. Put that with my other lantern. Nice. I've got nice things. I'm so happy. We're done here? I'm done. I mean, I got the receipts, but I just leave them here. Lifetime warranty on all products. It's awesome. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm looking for the office. All right, but that was a fortuitous stumbling across a place. I think, again, I'm looking for the green light. I saw the White House over here. Could be that. Is that something green in front of us here? That doesn't look like it. Am I lost? Where am I? That's the thing. So let's find a sign. I think I'm at the passenger area. So if we were to look at... Why is none of my stuff working? 1 for all my inventory. That's interesting. I'm in some kind of weird train mode or viewing mode. There I am. Put that away. And I wanted to see my maps like that and that. All right, I'm the P area, I think, where it says passengers. So continue east. Put this away. Here's my little thing. I had it. See, now it's doing it again. That. Put that away. I want my compass. To the east is this away. I think. Like, I'm facing north? No. That would be north. Would that mean east this way? I am so confused. Like, we gotta pick which way's north. And I think it's the red, so this is north? Yeah, see, it has a little... Is that an N on it right there? Yeah, that's north on the needle. You know, so that would be south. So I'm standing in the passenger station looking north to south.
So here we are, and that's P in the P1, looking north to south like this way. Now the house should be behind me, to my right. Okay. I think it should be over here. And that might be right there. See, there it is, the White House with the green light. I gotta think with the mic open, I gotta figure out a way to clear my throat without, I need like a push to mute now. All right, there's our house. And we came here to get the job that should be sitting on the table where I sorted through them all before. I said, here's the job right here. This is what we want. We are taking scrap to the steel mill for $17,000. Right? Anything else here? Mainly I'm looking at the price. That's an $8,000 job. 11, 4, you know, any good shunting jobs that pay really well. I've seen better. So we're just going to go over to the steel and stuff. So this is going to pay us like 17 plus a time bonus. And the main question is where are these cars? I don't know. I can look around until we punch in, and that's why I left the engines where they were, because I don't know. You feed this to that, and you get, here's our little manual for completing the mission. So I'll step outside and open page 1, and it says, welcome to Freight Hall MF FH63. Our job is to take that 7 cars of scrap to the steel mill. It makes total sense, right? We've got 6 minutes, an hour and a half to do it. It's 400 tons. I could do it with one engine. And a length, it's not terribly long. 7 cars isn't bad for 17,000 plus a time bonus. So where I just turned the page, step 1, couple these cars at B40. So back over here in our map that we're at the house there, the load is down at B, and the train is up at the passenger at the turntables. So we've got to take our power units down to B. Let's do it. Well, let's have, where am I, in which direction to get there. So again, I believe I was looking north this way, right? I was. And then that means if I hold the map this way, that's the right way. So my trains are in front of me here. So I'm going this way. Why do I hear that cuckoo clock? And I'm hoping, and then I'm going to jump forward to get over here through all these train yards. And my power units should be here somewhere. And it's like, no. Try again back here. See some lights. Oh, now I'm totally lost. All right, just find a train yard and see where we are. There should be trains in this town. I mean, I know this is like the pad where we were. So now I'm confused. All right, I mean, I know where we're at. But I didn't see any train yards. Oops, I don't want to be here. That way. I guess I'm going to go over here. Right, we know this is the passenger station, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the chat for help. Do that. Okay, I'll try my compass one more time. Like, right, pretty sure that that's north. So that's pointing north. So that again would put my trains in front of me, past the shop. Right, where here's the shop. Shop was right here. There, that's why I'm not doing that jumping thing, is I get disoriented. So then mine's just back here behind the shop. There should be some trains. Oh, come on. Through here. Through here. I don't see nothing. Well, I'm going to go look around. Like the turntables. Here's, because I just saw the filling station for the coal. I must be having it backwards because there's just nothing there. So if I'm going to go the other way. Okay, that is the coal water right there for steam engines. And that should be on the map. There it is, right by the passenger station. So I should be very close to the turntables at the passenger station, or right here to the east. Right? If that's north. Is it west? It is west. This way? Right, we're very close. And I'm looking for the turntables. Okay, that's an overpass. There's an engine right there. And here's the turntables. And there's our train. I was going to say, it should be here somewhere. Well, good. At least that showed you the detail and the immersion that is like, wow. All right. So now we think we know where we are. I've got to take this out to the main line, which is going to be like the turntables back there. We're going that way. Right. And I'm in this cab. So putting this away. And at night it's so bright in here I can't see, but if I turn these lights off, I guess I can see the throttles and stuff, but it's probably better. I'll do this for the viewers even though it'll be harder for me to drive. But it's going to be like forward, brakes off, power. Okay, now the lights are kind of messed up, so this is the front light. Gets a beam in front of us, the back light gets a red, and then I'll just confirm that we are white and red. All right, looks good. We're going to pick up a train. This isn't too bad. Now I can put the lantern in here. That's what I did. I put it right down there. So this is doing, what's that, 15 or 20? We're doing 20. So get the power out. And I guess I'm supposed to make sure that these are the right way. That should be turned toward us. And it is. Okay, that's the first junction there, I believe, with 1P. So we go through this. There'll be another one we go through as well. Okay. We are doing 20 knots. Everything looks pretty good. I'm looking just for another switch up here, right? I should there. I think that's the sign for a switch right there. I was going to take my lantern, my regular lantern, but this is how I lost the last one. Okay, I'm gonna stop the train here because it looks like we're outside of town. I can look at this map and see where we are. So see up there by the mountain, we're well outside of town now. So we're going to stop here. I may have missed the turn somewhere. So basically, we're just going to turn around. No, not that. Put the map away. I don't think I have to do anything back here. We're just going to hop out and hop in the other one. And it's bright in here again, so dim the lights. And then again, I have to do the front lights and the rear lights again. So the two lights tied together between the two units seems to be difficult. We're going forward. Like again, you can't really see the controls, so you'll just have to trust me. And I'm releasing the brakes. It's dynamic brake and power. And I'm looking for a switch up here. Now, why don't my lights work? Front lights. Should be two like that. And somehow we're fighting each other. I'm going to go outside and I'm checking again. I got red and white. Okay, we're looking for the junction. Not that. over. So I came out of P. I'm gonna stop for a minute because I don't know where I'm at. So get the power out. Brake on. I know I'm south of town. All right, that much. I hear looking north. So if I'm over here looking north, our B is going to be off to our right. So I want to do a right and then another right because we're going to pick these up in B. And how do I know? I'm looking at my little manual here, B40. And then when we get to B, you flip to a whole nother page, and there, B40, I think, if we go back to here, we're coming from the south into B. So here we're coming from the south into B. 40 is going to be on our right. And that's where we're going to pick up our load. And our load's going to the steel yard, which we're going to leave here southbound. So I want to hook to the south end of the train. I'm coming from the south, so I think I got a plan, right? Looking back here, B40, I hook onto the back of it, and we head south. I mean, you can, that's the thing, there's so many, I've been hooking onto trains backwards and stuff, so I think I'm heading north. I'm going to pull out my compass to check. It concurs that I'm going north. Taking the brake out, and so I'm going to do a couple of rights. I want a right turn and another right turn to get to B. And then another right turn for B40. Yep. You don't remember where my trains were. I know, but still, that's good content, right? That's my channel. That's Playing with Silk. This is so fun. It's like my day has come. I get to be on the air for free, right? Yay! Like I have all the bandwidth I can use. Yes, that's why I'm streaming. It's like, because I dreamed of this day. And it has arrived. And it's just Moore's Law, right? I tell everybody about that story of my life. It's been riding this technology wave. And that's why I am a gamer, man. I've been gaming for 40 years. Proud of it, too. I've done some, right? I build my own PCs. I've done some good work. We are going 10. All right, did I pass a junction? I don't know where I am. Gotta pay attention. Okay, we're coming into town. I guess I could get up above and look. Yeah, no train tracks over there, so I didn't pass it. Alright, looking out the windows. What I've learned is to kind of walk around. You can kind of sit over here. And that's when I get on the road and we're doing 40 and 50 and, you know, like long haul driving. It's more comfortable. But when I'm up around shuttling, doing things. So here, there is a junction and we want rights, right? So for sure, that's our right. Ah, isn't this fun though? Like while the train's moving. Alright, there's one right, and then there should be another right out there. And it's dark and I can't see. I was going to put my lantern up in here, but I'm too busy. Okay, we're going too fast. 15. 15's pretty good through these switches, but it's just the power unit, right? So I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, looking forward here to the next switch. It's up there somewhere. I think I see it. Then we take it again, a right again. Alright, sounds like we're going pretty fast. We're at about 20 now, so get the power out and coast. And then look up there. There it is. And it looks like it's going to the left. I want it to the right. So we need this thing out to the right. And we're looking for... I'll put that away. Slowing down a little bit. What does that switch say? 2 rights. And I wish I could see some train signs from here, but we're picking up a load, so I'm looking up ahead, like right up there. And I'm not quite sure. I think we're probably picking up like those containers here. It's scrap. Yeah, those look like 6 loads of scrap. So I'm going to proceed. Break off. But maybe slower. I wanted to get that speed under control. Right down to about 10 as we head in here. I believe I'm looking for 40. Okay, that's about 10 miles an hour there, so we can power out. Any signs up here that say 4-0? But I think this one, so we did right, and now we're turning left. Right there into those cars, or is it the cars off the right here? I gotta stop. Power off, brakes set. Hopefully it stops before the switch. Get out here and look. Heads that thing in trucking is get out and look. All right, again, we are picking up the load at B40. I believe we're in B. I believe that's what we're looking at. We have found B. And then over here, B40 should be the first track to our right. So literally, like this is the through track, looks clear. It should be this one. So it looks right that one's, no, that's one we want to turn into this one. Now what I should do, just because I'm a new bro, we're all new bros, is get down here and check the load. Like here is the load on this B4 track. And I have orders, right? I have a load. Here's the track. The cars have numbers, right? And there it is. 15. This is the back of the train, but we're going south, right? We're going that way. So I'm going to grab the back of the train. I'm not going to turn this thing around. Yeah, screw that. That's what I've been trying to figure out is there a front, is there a back? But you can go through and identify each car, which it probably is a good idea, right? That's 344. That's the next one. This is 474. They're all hooked up and all prepped. That's 369, right? There's the 453 and the 719 and the 53. So there it is. That's the load. Now next time, a lot of, like if this is supposed to be the front of the car, they put the brake on here. Well, I'm going to take the brake off here. And I could go through and make sure every car has a handbrake and they all should be off. But that's generally the one, they meant it to be picked up from that end. I'm picking it up from this end. So I'm going to set the handbrake down here on this guy so that when I bump into it, it doesn't, keep going. And we want to come in on this track and hook to this load, which is, I think I can teleport up there. Scrap. 6 loads of scrap. And the whole train weighs, all right, an important thing for a hauler is, what does it weigh? Wrong way. 400, that's easy. I've been hauling loads at 800 and 900. This is like half a load, so it really is nothing. So put that away. All right, back to the train. And we got to get in to B40 here. So this is set correctly, right? Pointing to the side that we want in there. This one we want to turn. And this one we want to go this way. It was turned wrong, right? To take us that way. All right, let's go get our load. Brakes off. Forward. Please. Slowly, like 10, 15. Like I try, like these metal wheels going through the switches, I think 15 miles an hour is a good idea. Get off of it there. Now this is what I was talking about earlier, like you're in these yards, we're maneuvering, right? We can make mistakes and hit things, but there can be like hazmat, like acetylene can be right next to you. And I'm like, I could bump into it and blow it up. Oh, and I was going to talk about like using the steam engines with their fire and coal around acetylene and hazmat. Is that a thing to worry about? Or the diesel locomotives is better for hazmat? All right, we got to slow it down and brake it, right? We don't want a 10 mile an hour collision. We want a 5 mile an hour collision. So I'm peeking at the speedometer there and get off of it under 5 and just let it roll forward. I think we can even jump out and get out here. And I've got the remote if I need to, but it's like, come on, bring it in. We can collide, and there'll be little springy things to absorb, to cushion. Like, that's the thing is these forces, when these things pull forward, when you pull forward and go into reverse, the whole thing, what do you call it? Daisy chains? There's a word for it. Whip, snaps the whip, whiplashes, cracks the whip. All right, we are hooking to the load. Get under here. I like to grab the load and hook it to the engine. I do this the same every time, and when I unhook it, I swear it's the back over. So that's the mechanical connection spacing itself out. Then we want the air. And with the air, you need to then turn it on. And you'll hear the pressure coming out of the engine with its reservoirs. There's the compressor kicking on, filling all these cars with air pressure, getting the brakes off. Speaking of the brakes, isn't this a good time to like make sure I get the brake off on the car that I set? So they all should be set. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Anything fails with trains and you lose the load. And I should check everything, but that's a pain. We're just going to assume. And I don't hook the control stuff, though. I think we're good to go. So where does this load go? To Steeltown! Yay! All right, well, there's our map. We are in the MF up there, so we're going to straight south to the CSW. That's like City Southwest. And take a left and go to the steel mill, which is in the center of the map. Let's do it. Hop in the front one. That's what I like, each one. You know, they have controls facing each way. We'll hop in this one. And the brakes off. So anything else I need to do for the train? Get it ready. It's like the front. Again, the headlights are just all messed up every time. 2 that way and reverse that way. And cab lights and no sand, please. And it's night. I'll turn the cab lights on during the day. But do you see the day cycle, the day-night cycle? I'm going to peek my head out. The weather, what the train looks like. We got 6 cars of scrap. So I'll hop back in here. I'm doing some shots for you that you would see. This is leaving the manufacturing plant, so I guess that's the manufacturing plant. You can see these smokestacks far away. And they take things in here. I've seen ore and see all the parts and intermodal stuff and make tractors and car. Look at these. I guess they make cars here. Other places they make tractors. And so you see all the products coming into the yard and all the products going out of the yard. And scrap, I guess, is part of the deal. So back in my train, back to my job, which is going forward and applying power in a controlled fashion. Now, all the switches should be set up for us to go back out to the main line. Okay, we're going back out. I guess I have to be on first person to show you we're coming out of B40 south, and then I'll flip the pages to A. We'll follow B out south and be on our way. Seems to like this out here. We're picking up speed, coming out of the yard. I just think it's so good. It's a nice job, and the game's not even done. You know, they're still working on it, and all these engines are new. I'm so lucky to join the game at this time. All right, now we're hauling. We're going across the map. Everything's train. This is just like when I was driving a truck. It's like everything's okay. Make sure the brakes. Turn the brakes off. Okay, sucks to be dragging. Make sure this thing's off every time. And you hear that squeal, that tells you got to brake on. So when you hear no squealing, all the brakes are clear, it sounds like. I don't have to do anything with the switches, I'm just looking. All the notifications and everything came out. I've got it labeled properly. It says it's a derail show in a derail category. So what I'm trying to do is stream enough to where it's just all automatic, routine, and that's kind of why I decided I just streamed it on. I'm just like, let's just do it, make it routine. Like, I told you Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Turns out nobody was watching like Friday, so I'm thinking maybe twice a week, like a Sunday, Wednesday thing. But either way, I'm just out here feeling out, what's available. But like for me, checking in a couple times a week. I'm always playing something new. I got to show you the Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. The ships are huge. Have I seen Icarus on the... I have not. But gosh, we got to play anything sometime. I'll have to check it out unless you tell me all about it. I've got to watch my speed. I think we're southbound out of town now, right? We've made the turns. This is the main line. That's the city behind us. We're picking up speed. So I'm in here. Oh, I like to do 40 and 50 with the big loads. But this isn't a big load. I'm going to get out of the power and see if we're coasting, right? There's 2 modes. Like you're either applying power and pulling, or you're getting off the power and braking. Like, you don't want to be pulling on with the power on with the brakes on. Okay, we're doing 45, 50. Now, the neat thing, I'm going to go ahead and turn the cab lights on. I've got a dynamic brake. And what is it? I'm just going to turn it on. It's taking those traction motors that, like, if you apply the polarity one way, like, say, I guess it'd be easiest to explain it as a DC motor. My speakers are a little loud here. Like, the polarity one way and the motor powers the train. What if you flip the polarity and the motors drag? Now they're generators, and they go into a dummy load to dissipate the heat. So, totally cool. So I'm glad I am. The little 2-axle guys didn't have dynamic brakes, but see how they're totally like helping with the braking. And so we have independent brakes here that are just for the engines, and then we've got the whole train brakes are the closest to me to grab. I'm grabbing them all the time. And without the dynamic brakes, your train brakes are getting hot. So it's nice, like here, if I want to slow down, I'll put it half in, like straight up and down, and it's holding us right at about 45. And then the train brakes are just held in reserve. It's a great safety feature that if I need them, I can, throw the dynamic brake at 100% in, and then I grab the train brakes and still have them all. Really? So I'm thinking of the Icarus map. We have several. Do we have several? I can't even remember the name. But new map and alien life forms. Why not? Sounds kind of cool. Okay, can you hear the fans going on? See the oil pressure? Like, okay, because we're dragging the engine. There's so much to explain. Like, the way this train works, the engine is driving an oil bath where the wheels and the engine don't actually connect, but through the fluid. And that's what that top big circle thing is the temperature of the fluid of the transmission, I guess, or what do you call it, a torque converter. And that's the main. So when I'm generating power, I'm losing heat to torque, or torque to heat in the oils. What do I gotta do? I gotta get off the brakes, get off the dynamics, because we're slowing down. We're at 30 now. That's fine. I could speed up. I over braked, but I'm talking. So they're now, like, when it was doing the dynamic braking, you see there's the white and the red meters on the lower circle one, like down here. The white one, I believe, is the engine RPMs, and the red one is the torque converter RPMs. And so there's a difference between the two, and that difference is dissipated in heat. So the closer the two, you get the two meters together. I mean, I'm explaining because I think you like physics. That might interest you. And then when you go into reverse, like dynamic braking, like I'll get out of the power and into the braking, and the needle switch positions. So now the RPMs are lower, and the dragging of the motors, which are now spinning faster, is dissipated as heat in the oil. And so while I'm doing this, you can actually watch the oil temperature go up as well. Okay, yeah, so you're not going to touch it until the game releases. Me too. Like, I'll play again when you play again. I play on demand, right? All you have to do is ask. We're doing 50, so we're about to show what Derail Valley is all about. I turned it up. I'm going to go 100% dynamic brake, so you can hear it. And then as the oil heats up, you'll hear fans kick in, cooling the oil, dissipating the heat. Hear the fans. 45 works, right? So we are taking this load of scrap. There we are, the little blue thing coming in on city. That's a 30-mile-an-hour turn ahead of us. I think that 10, to 0 to 10, that's a 100-mile-an-hour speed limit. So I'm going to get down to like 30-ish. Let's do half dynamic braking. Okay, I'll pull out here. I'm going to stay 35. I'm thinking of that 30-mile-an-hour corner in front of me, because I've heard I almost derailed there before. So yeah, you can derail. You'll hear all the squealing before it does. But we have the tools to put everything back on the tracks. And I think I'm in easy mode, if that matters to anybody. Like, everything it doesn't cost me anything to put the things back on the track. A lot of things seem like they might be expensive, just don't seem to cost me too much. And I think that's because I'm in easy mode. And I like easy mode. But yeah, Icarus, one of my favorite games. I like a lot of games. I feel so lucky, right? I'm so grateful that I get to experience all this. And that's, I build my own PCs, so I know what the RAM is doing, and I have solid state memory or solid state drives now. Yeah, so what's the weak link? Yeah, I've got to like get rid of my hard drives, or the thing I gotta get rid of. Like when I update Steam, all the updates are my hard drive has all the archived games that I'm not currently playing, and those updates just grind on that hard drive. But everything else, like I've got super fast internet now, I've got super fast processor, super fast memory, I'm using solid state drives to play the games on. I just thought, again, so I'm so lucky. I have it a moment more. I'm so grateful that I get to play like this. It's really, right, the only way to do it today. Like, I learned that from Star Citizen. And now all the games are constantly getting updates. What are we delivering? I don't even know where we're at. Oh, we're going through town. We're going through that 30-mile-an-hour corner at 30 miles an hour. This is perfect. I'm totally in control. Here we go. I'll show you this hairpin turn. This is a whole city over here. This is like CW West. Okay, I'll just flash the map up there real quick. No, I can't do it while I'm outside. But here's the hairpin turn. We'll go around. We're heading off. We're just trying to get through town. All the switches are set for me because I go through here all the time now. Again, I told you I like those games when you memorize the map. You get to know the map really well. It's like, oh, they did such a good job again. All right, so we're doing 30. And we're heading for the steel mill. We're pretty much pointed straight ahead in the map. I'm going to kick it up to like 40-ish. I was talking about those hazmat tanks before. How fast do we want to blast through there? We're going to be passing some tankers, I think. Okay, we're doing 30. 40 might be nice. I'll turn it on just so you can hear the train working. Right, brakes are off. Power, dynamic brakes off. Horn. Okay. I'm meant to know where I'm going. Yeah, I keep flashing the map up there just to check. Kind of makes sense to me. Isn't this pretty? What they've done. Again, good job, guy. I appreciate hard. I know how much work. I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe maybe procedures are doing this now. They've improved. Second graphics card, really? I was thinking of replacing mine. Mine's a GTX 1660 Super, like 6 gigs of RAM or something. And it's done nothing but great. It's great for HD. Really, I'm having like frame rate on this thing somewhere. I think it's in the hundreds. But I'm thinking an RTX. Like, there's the 2000, the 3000. What do you get? I could probably, a 2000 would be a big upgrade, and I could probably get a hell of a price. But there's probably better out there now. Okay, we're doing 40. Say you got to be driving. You always got to be watching. Know where I'm at. We're going through. God, I need a pointer. Like, can I do that? I can do this. Oh, there's my pointer. Here we are over here. And we're driving through here, so we're taking a right now. So I'm going to take the map down. See, we're going to the left. My other right. That's all cool. I actually know what I'm doing. Okay, we're going through that junction. Then we're going to go through here. Then there's going to be train stuff here. There's going to be train stuff here. And here's the steel mill over here. And here, let's go see my home. And what is FRC? I don't know. So we'll park at the steel mill, and I'll run over there. That's something I've been dying to do. And let me know when you get bored if you want to see anything else. And yeah, it's a B. Yeah, like if you get a new one, I'll take your 2060. Okay, I think that's set up right. I'm going through these switches. See, that's the thing about streaming is talking and playing at the same time seems to be difficult for me. Okay, 40 is going to be fine. Right, 40, I'm going to get out of the power, or just back off of it. But 40, we're coming into a dense area, right? I don't think anybody else, you know, is in here with me changing things. But I'm always on the lookout for surprise. Like, oh, those trains aren't coupled. Speaking of what it looks like out here, since it's daylight and we can do some camera work, I'm pulling 6 scrap. Oh, and I've got my end of train lantern. Oh, that'll look so sexy. I guess I could do it on scene. We'll do it. I could put on this one. How are you going to see it? I'll have to find a way to see. I don't really know how to see the end of the train. So I'm still doing 40. That's working for me. Maybe back off a little more. Okay, so this is like a total coast. Off the brake, off the power. Trains coast really well. And we are coasting through. I've learned I can sit right here, through here. I forget what. Oh, I was gonna go. We're gonna go check out my home. I'm so excited when we get there. All right, this is what I'm expecting. This is the oil area. I've hauled here before. I brought empties in, but I think this is where I was telling you I was surrounded by all of these other hazmat that I could easily back into. So basically, what we can do is take a train and crash them into like some of these flammable tankers, and the whole yard will probably go up. Right? Do those oil tankers there explode? It's kind of like Kerbal Space Program. We must find out. But tonight I just wanted to get on and share with you guys. Let you know what I was doing. Right? I've been playing this about a week. And I like it. I mean, look at all that out there. All of the ray tracing, right? The shadows, the reflections, the refraction, the gliding and the glow. Just wow. I mean, am I showing my age? I'm just like, all you kids are used to this stuff. I mean, games didn't do it used to be too much. So yeah, again, I'm sharing my back reflecting. I just did not imagine we would have the power. Like I'm running the AMD, just the 3600, the baby. This does a fine job for gaming, PC gaming in high definition. All right, that's one town we're going through. There's another one in front of us. All right, I'm cruising about 40. Yeah, 45-ish, so I'll put a little power in. See how you kind of plan, you know, I'm going to put a little power in here, I'm going to put a little braking in here. And it really helps when you've been on the tracks before, you know, and you know how bad it is. Like that 30-degree turn was a bit of a surprise the first time. But you remember it next time. Yeah, boom! I mean, you can help me stay on track, right? I get scatterbrained and I'm like, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. And so I'm trying to like have more of a linear thing for a bit as I get started. Okay, what have we got here? This is just another town we're going through. This is the FM, whatever that is. I think it's factory, fabricating machine something. But if you look out the window, there's a big building there. Is that a factory? And I think I'll be able to tell if we look at a lot, and there are tractors. I think this may be where they build things. So incoming materials, again, like ores, steel, and parts, and outgoing tractors. So it's really pretty cool game to see the ins and outs of this much detail. And there they are. There's the finished tractor product on one row of the train yard. We're just cruising through at 30. This is good. I'll go out and shoot out here. There's the tractors. There's like the ores. There's the box cars of parts. And a little tractor over there. So that's there if we want to go blow up those tanks. I can crash it into them. All the locomotives are free. They're all mine. I just have to have a license to operate them, which is another kind of cool game mechanic thing. So I paid like $20,000 or $30,000 for the license. Maybe $50,000 for this one. All right, so our next stop is the steel mill. A little power in. I know we're gonna have to climb, and we're gonna want to go left, or actually just left and merge up here. Either way, do you like in the cab here, or like when it's sunny and sunset? I'll do like this more. Remember, we have those 6 scrap cars behind us. See how easy these two are? This is a real easy load. Checking my speed is 30. Yeah, I'll get into it a little bit more because we got to climb up your head. Okay, that's the steel mill into this smokestacks. So I've learned that you can recognize things. That green beacon, that's the office. You can see it from here. It's amazing. the sun? Is it even up there? So a lot of times the sun isn't actually in the sky, it's just a lighting effect, but it looks like it's over there. We're going into the sun. Okay, up there's a T, like we go to the left to the steel factory, to the right to the harbor. I think I left it set to the left the last time I was through here, like the empties I brought through. So I've got my little, ready to change the switcher, looking ahead, and see what looks to the left. So now all we gotta do is don't derail as we go through. So like 30, 35 is probably good. Keep it under 40, so I'll back off a little bit. Yeah, on YouTube I've seen some booms. And that's what gave me the idea. I was totally staying away from the hazmat. I'm like, no, what's wrong with exploding and blowing up, right? Let's make some good content. But tonight was just a chilling night. Like I say, if you guys, I got, for the weeks to come, I gotta have something to do. So I'll try to pick out, that's the thing, if you're actually organized and plan things out. It's a whole concept. That's what looks like. You're the only viewer, Falcon, so that's what I can share with you. I'm just practicing, I'm just learning. Like, I'm just like to play these games and I like to share them with you guys. So you can kind of, you ask questions like, what is it like? And it's just easier for me to communicate this way, like to share what I'm actually doing. So we're struggling. You remember I gave a little more power to get up into the steel yard with our recycled steel. And I know it's just at the top of the hill here, right out the window there. That's the steel yard we're coming into. So see how it helps when we're going to get in there and see the difference between the white and the red needle, and all the heat's building as we climb the hill. And coming in the yard at 20, that's good. And we're holding there, so that's good. We gotta stop. Get out of power. And hopefully stop before the switch. I don't know where I'm going. So let's stop. Hopefully, we're probably gonna have to back up. I missed the switch. Oh well. All right, what's up ahead? We're delivering. I didn't even look at any of this stuff, is what I realized. We picked it up at B40, delivered to the steel mill to B3I. So if we go to our little cheat sheet, we now have the bottom here. I have to go all the way back to the SM at the beginning, the steel mill. Here, that's steel mill A. We've just entered the yard from up in the upper right, the southwest there, and we're looking at the B yard. And it said we're putting it in B3I. So in the B yard, as we come in from the southwest, 3I is going to be on our right. All right. So it looks like we made it through this switch. We're okay. It's going to be to the right and then to the left, I think. Let's just do it. Brakes off. Brakes off. Come on, man. More than that. Forward. A little bit of power. I don't see it moving at all. Okay, and again, like 3I is next to 4O. And that's next to this. So it's the second line in, is what I'm trying to say. So that one's set correctly. It's like that one, but that one is not. So change that one to turn me into the 3O yard, if that didn't make any sense. Hey, wait a minute. Stop. Something's wrong. Power out. Brakes on. We should be turning. Something turned wrong. I missed something. So we gotta back it up. Brakes off, back her up, power in, past all these switches. And what went wrong? I needed to turn back at that first switch. It turned us off. And I did not plan on that. So when we straighten that out, the others are set up. And I can kind of see, there's 4O, I see that. So the 3I is the clear track next to it, and all the switches are set. But this is good video for you to see all this, right? I'm gonna go back inside. We're getting our speed up. 10 should do. Back out of it. And we just gotta get past the switch. all the way back here. Now I can stop. Power out. Train brake is the better one. Alrighty. That's what got us. Is this guy. Put my little thing, that guy right there. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you're always here and stuff. But that's what I just figure out if I ever have viewers. You know, they're just a random thing, right? They show up when they show up. And so I'll be grateful when we have them. You remember the here and now I was talking about? Share that moment. Come on, baby, you can do this. We're pulling the load in. We're delivering. We're about to get paid. Okay, I know the house is that green light up ahead. So we're going to drop this load in that empty line. I guess we can go a little faster. Did you hear the diesel engine? Now, it may be louder for you than it is for me because I hear my speakers and I can turn it down. It's not too bad. Yeah, worst case scenario is at 0 viewers, and that's fine. And even I think I've told you I will stream for 1 viewer and customize it just for them, right? Because that's what it's all about. And that's what I've seen. I talk about Mandy a lot, Mind Over Mandy. You know, that I see her connecting with each and, you know, she has 100 viewers and she's working with all of them. I'm like, that's what so it's embracing this new medium, right? Is that what you call it? There was like newspapers and movies, but like Discord and this live interaction on Twitch is like the latest thing for me. Multiplayer, you know, be in the moment. So I'm trying to embrace this new technology and participate in it. And get good at it, right? I'm going to call these computer skills. I think I told you and Zero that these are computer skills, right? If you can sell yourself, you can sell a vacuum cleaner or a coffee pot. If that makes any sense. So for me, it's good practice. I mean, not for me. I'm probably too old for the game anymore, but you kids, you know, have a bright future in this stuff. Like, imagine what your games are going to look like in 40 years. Where this is going to go. It just blows my mind. I mean, I can talk. I told you I've read articles from neurologists, right, brain surgeons in New York City that say we are going to complete the human-computer interface. We're going to plug into the internet, and it's probably going to be wireless, right? So you won't even have to go through a keyboard. You're just going to be able to think and query items and get information in your head. And the people that can do this are going to evolve and move forward into that kind of a future. And those that don't get it are going to be left behind. I think I've described before, the haves and the have-nots. If you don't know that this is coming. And we can talk about AI and stuff, and I'm just like, what are the humans going to do? I think we're home, right? We're in the slot. We don't have to do anything. The shop's up here, so I'm just going to pull up here with all these other loads. I'll stop on the other side of the light there. That's what I'm thinking. All right, full stop. Power off. Train brakes. Ease them in, but ending in a full, we're parking this baby. I'll leave it, well, it doesn't even have to be in gear, right? I'm practicing good safety. And the independent, I'll just set them all. Again, good safety, I'll go ahead and do the train one. Because all I have to do, come back, and for the job, you have to disconnect and set at least one handbrake. So there's your handbrake on the scrap that we're delivering. Now we're disconnecting, and it doesn't really matter what order. You got to close the valves. Or if you want to hear the air leak, it's like, psh, pick it up, and you can hang it here, like on that thing, or let it dangle, and we are disconnected. All right, that counts, I think. So then if I run over here to the office, which, see, it is there, the green light, I'm going to jump to it with these hops, hop, and you go past it. And here's our office. This is the, where are we? The steel mill office, my home. This is like home base. Now to get paid, I pull out the job, right, and this told us, uncouple in B3I, and now it says validate to complete the order. We were supposed to get paid $17,000, and we'll get a time bonus probably. So, cha-ching, or it'll tell you you didn't complete the order properly. Yay! Oh, and it's always the money is the beeping thing. So pick up the cash, and see it's $26,000. I'll hold there. I don't know if you can read that. And I just put tab to put it in my wallet. which is now 364,000. So we're doing fine. And that wasn't even a money-making load. That was a just get me back to the steel mill where we should be able to find a load here on the table. In fact, it looks like I've got it all sorted out. But because they've got the shunts here and the shunts here and the loads here. So that's interesting. I wanted to go through this with you. That it shows you the completed for 17,000. Right, basically move the cars from this yard to that yard. Then you get a time bonus. So we got another $8,000 because we got it in 48. We had 96. We did it in half the time. So there's plenty of time to do these loads. No reason to freak out on them. And end up getting 26,000. Right, nice. I am a good driver. Pay me well. And then this is like the receipt for the game. So I just toss it over here. And what's next? So we're here. I want to show you at least my home, right? I'm looking here at the steel mill for what's here. There's the office and the service bay and the turntable yard. So I'll just go show you the other engines real quick. I'm trying to think anything here. I guess we could look at loads, right? We're looking for our next load. I saw these on the table right here. And there they are. That's steel to the harbor for 47,000, a 900-ton load. And we can do that, right? Each one of those engines has like a 700 and 30, 20-ish things. So together they're like 1,400. So it can do that. And I'm thinking, do this one, do two at once. Pick this one up in addition. So add that to the 950. That's going to be 1,200. Pretty much at the limit of the engines. All right. But what's this? Another load of steel? 500 tons. Now that, I don't think I can do it all. So here's where you, chat, can help, Falcon, is what combination of those three loads, probably these two for 1,200? The 900 and the 500 would be right at the 1,400. You want to do that? That'd be the most money. All right, but these are shunting loads up here, and sometimes the shunting loads pay ridiculous amounts, but that's 10,000, 8,000, 20,000. If I found like a $40,000 shunting job, I don't want to miss those. Here, there's a $30,000 one. It's basically steel mill. We're going to unload. Prepare. We're going to take empties and prepare. So we could do that if you wanted to, but I think you haven't seen any of my work, so let's just do a big load of steel to the harbor. All right, so that's the load, and it's most likely going to be out there in B. So those trains in the load are pretty much. I wanted to show you. I just like this area. This is the coal and the water for the steam engines. I store stuff back here all the time. These are pickups and drop-offs. Oh my God, that's hazmat? I was gonna say acetylene, right? I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even say what it is. We know it's hazmat, right? How do we know it's hazmat? How do we? Oxygen, right there. Cryo-oxygen. Yeah, that's hazmat 2. And then there's hazmat 3. So that's an oxidizer. That's nasty. I'm out of here. And empties. All right, so anyway, isn't this exciting stuff? So I'm going to run over here to empties. But again, this is just 4S and 3S. Places I know and love. And we're heading out to the turntables. What did I leave out of here? I've got a couple engines laying around somewhere. A couple of 2-axles. Here's the shop. God, that jumping just screws me up. So you can work in here on your stuff. Here's the turntable here. There's a little 2-axle. They're fun to play with. Yeah, you haven't even seen. I'll just hop in and out real quick. But I really enjoyed these. Like you can open the door and literally walk up the stairs, hop up the stairs into the cab. And it's just, all the cabs are perfect. So diesel, electric, just like the one I'm in. Well, no, this one, transmission is a little different. I think it doesn't have the fluids. And here, this is what I wanted to show you. No! It's the wrong train. How is that possible? That was the 3-axle shunter yesterday. And it is no more. I'm so bummed. I was going to show you it. Oh, boo-hoo. So I can't count on that. I said it earlier. I'm looking for change, and there is somebody out here changing things on me. Well, fine. Let's just go get our loads. So jump. to the house with the green light on it. Whee! And go in here, and I'm gonna get. Oh, I don't dare do all three. I mean, it's gonna be bad enough to do. You're saying don't push the engines hard. Okay, so we'll do the 960 load and combine it with the 200 here. This one for like a 1200 load. The only difference is like 14,000. See, that's 14. This one's 28. We're gonna make a lot of money, basically 60 plus a time bonus. You know, God, again, with bigger engines, you could probably do it all. But for this, I'm gonna take these two. So in my inventory, just so you can follow what I'm doing, I'm gonna put the lantern away. I'm gonna put those in these two slots. We've got all my other slots. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these jobs are gonna be 9 and 10. So I'm picking up 9. That's a job, and 10. That's a job. So here's my two jobs, right? The 220 and the 900. So I'll try to pick up the big one first and put the little one on the end. But I think I have long trains too, and I can handle any number of cars, or I'm licensed to haul any number. So we got to validate them. So present the big one. Wait, the big one? And that's my little pamphlet, and this one. So that's another license I have, is to do concurrent loads. So where are they? I think I told you I expected them to be in like B. So turn the page, and that's what the stats. You know, we're getting paid $50,000 for this. We got 90 minutes to get to the harbor. Should be fine. And there it is. It's on B40. Dude, I was gonna say that's you know we brought scrap. So B40 is there's B. B40 is right next to our load. Like this is it, right here. See, that's 3I. I mean, I could find the sign. I'll do it for you. Back here, it's gonna rain on us. You notice the day, nights, rain, weather. There's B40. I was gonna say, I hope that wasn't a flat car in the front of it, but it's not. And the harbor is that away, so I'm hoping this is the end of the train. But there's its notice. These are 110. Yeah, that is 110,000 kilograms per car for the flatbed, and the steel rails are 46, so that's 150,000 per car. And this is the long one, I think. No, not that one. That one. So you can look, the 70, right there it is. This is the end of the train. So we're going to pick it up from the other end. Now, this is where I struggle, like with trying to check that each one's connected. All the brakes are off, right? Like, is this handbrake off? It is. Normally, it's the first car. So I'm just going to assume for our viewers, you know, that they're all connected. We can check the numbers. That's what I want to do, is pull out the one with the numbers. And we did the first car, so then this is the 5, 8, and then there's an 874. That's an 874. There's a 910. That's a 910. It seems worthwhile to make sure you got it. But again, I could assume all the cars are here. But it sucks so bad on the other end when you don't have them all. I mean, look at how many cars are there. There's 6, that's 12, and 5. That's 17 cars just on this train. That's the 6, 5. Oh, we're making good time. That's the 601. Then we need a 946. There it is. And then we need a 767 and a 510 and a 433 and a 322 and a 337 and a 143 and a 216 and a 198. Perfect. I'm gonna hook it up right there. And our tractor. No. Is there any way through here? No. These are all blocked. Yeah, these are all blocked. We got to find a way through. I got to get on the other side of the train. And our scrap is in the way. Okay, so now where's the other one? Have I even looked? That's B40. That one. This is a smaller one. It's on B20. It's going to be over on the other side. So I'll check that. I guess I can go around the cars. Oops, wrong. That was my Steam overlay. What did I want to do? I want to hit 3 here. Okay. So if the main line comes like through one of these, should be open. What, I'm thinking, what was it? B20. Oh, it's pretty far over there. Like, if we were coming in... Right, this is the yard. We're looking northeast. Okay, so this away. Okay, so B2 is going to be on this side. Really? So it's over here somewhere. There's little signs. Like, here's the 3i. Here's the 2.0. So here's the other load. So I'm going to come down here and hook on that end of that. And then it should be the 2.0. It's down here. We'll put this on the end. I'll bet you this is the other load of steel, the 500. See how it's all out here? It's like all real. So that's a double lot 1. So get the right thing, and it's double lot 1, and that's the front of the train. It probably has the handbrake on. I'll leave it. But there is a 723, this 627, and I'm just the connections. I'm just passing them, and the brakes. I'm just passing them, and the 123. And look, our train's right here, and we're disconnected. How fortuitous. Not that and that. Hop it in. I need to go that way. Brakes off. Disconnected from everybody. How about oil and fuel and sand all look good? And this away. Is it raining out there? It should be just my power units. Now, all these tracks are blocked. I think we're going the other direction. And I don't know if I've set the switches for this stuff, so I'm going to get out of the power. Look ahead with my radio. And I can't see anything. Turn on my wipers. All the way. Radio. Change. Change. Should be pointing at me. And you. That looks right, I think. From the outside. Gosh, this fog is tough. And this one should be this way. I saw when you go through them the wrong way. Oh, come on. It opened up the right way. I was out here looking at one. We're doing good. All right, I think we're out on the main line now. Can I get through here? This way. Power out. Train brake on. We're going to change cars. Going this way now. And I don't know if I can get through there. This is so exciting. Like, I know this needs to be changed. So that should be pointing toward me. Right? That should be that way. Okay, forward. Brakes off. Lights are screwed up, but we really are going this way, so let's get the lights corrected. I always turn the sand and stuff off by mistake. It's daylight, and I can't see, so we'll go ahead and do this. Wipers can go ahead and be on because I can't see. And I need to see, can we get through there? We're going to try. We should be able to get through the main line, right? That should go through. So, brakes. Forward. Power. Okay, so don't push the engine too hard, you're saying. All right. This is such a nice train. You're going to like it. When you get the power on, you'll see it's churning the fluid. It's churning the motion tractors, and the heat's building up. And it's just such a nice ride. I'm making bank, right? I'm doing really well. So 15, 20 miles an hour through here. I'm hoping I could go straight through ahead. All right, I got my momentum. I'm doing 15, 20. Should just... I mean, how fast should I go through the yard? I'm going to go a little faster for the viewers. That's not the throttle. Like, I feel safe around 25 now. but you get a good shot of the yard. So what, it was cloudy? And so did you see that was fog, and then now it's not foggy. I couldn't even see down the depot. So yeah, just pointing out that all this stuff is new, right? Games didn't used to do this. But I like all you guys, your kids are like, you're all used to this now. If games don't have this, you've come to expect it. All right, this is the end we're on. This is where we start. You know, we're gonna get past the switches and back our way in. The first big load, I think, is like right here. We're driving by and all that steel. So we're gonna hook up like right here. I believe that's B40. So I should slow down. Right, train brake. But we do have to get past all the switches out here to get in there. So probably 10 miles an hour is a better. Pretty much that squealing is always brake squeal. And then I'm just gonna hop out because I got my remote. And this is what we want right here. I need to change this switch. Oh, it's in the wrong direction. Right, watch what this switch does when I go through wrong way. Oh, you see that? Great, sorry I had to cough. I gotta come up with like standard procedures to cover with my hand. Okay, it made it, so pull out my remote. And hit the brakes. Train brakes, independent brakes. Reverse. And I gotta change the switch. And then bring it in. Okay, we can start it. So it's in the right direction. Brakes off. So see how those are just like the brakes next to me. And a little forward. Okay, he's coming up here. I'm gonna go to right the. No, this should be here. So I'll take this out, and why won't it switch? Right, that's what we want. And I was gonna go F down here. Right, did you see the sign there, right? This is B40. So I'm coming down here. And see how with the remote I can see. It's doing 13, that's fine. So take the throttle out. Probably go a little less, like independent brake, get it down for the collision at about 5, below 5. Get back now, and stop. It's doing 2. I'll be lucky if it makes it. But it's a perfect collision, perfect for you guys to see. Right, the physics. Watch the springs and the whole collision there. Think of all the weights involved. Nice, right? Perfect. So, let's get her hooked up first of all before it moves. And why is this dang? Sometimes they dangle. Somebody is not picking up your hitches. Get it on the hook and tighten that baby up first. Just to see how it spaces them out. Then the red ones tend to fight me and grab it and drag it over. Air to air. Now this whole long train is airing up. We'll hear the compressors kick on. And the one with the handbrake, right? I'm going to make sure all of our handbrakes are off. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to jump in. Because I don't want to do a whole ride with dragging a handbrake. Right on either one of these. I always end up on the outside of the train here. I don't get it. But again, it's development, so that's where my professional training comes in and says, that's just a bug. Okay, I was doing something. I'm checking all the brakes. Okay, that brake is off. All the brakes are off. Pull all these brakes are off. We're moving in the forward direction. Anything else? Any questions before we head out? Here's the, oh, we got to get the other load. Duh. So I got to pull this all the way out. See, this one was on, I got to go first person again. This one was on B40. We got to go over to B20. All right, fine. You know, I don't even have to ride in here. I'm going to send it out because B20 is here. So this one needs to be set to go into B20. And then that means we got to pull out to this one and switch it over to go back in and get it. Right, because that's 3.0. No, we want to go past 3.0 and come back to here is the one we're going to switch in. So the train has to go past here. Now it's got all that steel hooked to it now, so it's going to be a different critter. And I don't really know forward and reverse. It could be, you know. Let's see, I just backed in here, I think. So I think that's forward. Yeah, I hear ya. Story. Right. And you know I was an editor, so that is similar, you know, it always came down to the story, right? You have all these high definition cameras and effects and things. And right, and effects just for effects' sakes, that's like effects pornography, like you can just, you know, you like things to be motivated or to be there for a reason. I hear what you're saying though, right? I'm glad you appreciate that, and any way I can help you in your creative storytelling endeavors, right? That'll carry you on for like the rest of your life once you start doing that. So I think that's forward. We have no brakes on. Just ease in, because all that engine's gonna start generating heat in there as it tries to pull all that steel forward, and we should start seeing the speed come up, and hopefully it's coming at us. It looks like it's going away from us. Okay, so we're gonna stop, get out of the throttle, and I gotta stop. That's just good procedure, right, to stop before you change the reverser. So I can see the speed coming down. See how hard it is to tell. See, if I stood in the first cab and I paired it, forward would be forward, but I think because since I moved between the cabs, I didn't change it. So maybe this is forward. Take off the brake. And just a little bit of power again, because getting that load moving, I expect to be a big deal in there. -1. Is that backwards? I think it's coming at me. Oh, look at the taillights are red. It thinks it's backwards. That's fine. So I must be remote controlling the back engine. That makes sense because it had the headlights. It's what we just pulled the load in with. Okay, it's all making sense. Yeah, I could remap this to the front one, which I might do, but it's like, yeah, whatever. We just got to get it past this switch. So the whole train has to go that way. So it could go a little faster. I've still got the power in. I'll get it up to, I don't like to like remote it more than 10, 15 miles an hour. Hi, train. Should give them names. But to me, they're like, this one is LO38. And this is O16. So 38, good old 38 and 16. And like I say, I just picked them up. I got them for free. There are other engines. Like, I can wear these out and not pay to repay them and just go get other engines around the map. There's just all kinds of ways to strategize. But it's, like I say, it's still in development. These are the very beginning parts of the game. Look at all this steel we're going to be hauling. This is so fun compared to... I started with like 3 cars. And I'm so surprised that I'm doing this now. It's just like, oh my god. It was because of the licenses I bought. And there's not too... I already said the only licenses left for me are the hazmats and the military. Which is just liability. You see like $300,000 in liability, $3 million in liability. I don't have that kind of money yet. Okay, we're doing 16. What do you say we get out of the power now? That's a good... We're going to have to stop the train here. Once it passes the switch. That's why I'm standing here. Is you can't tell when you're in the train. So I'm going to start the train brake. Right, we're going to use all of the brakes and all that. And I'm easing it in. I want to start slowing it down. Still has to go past. I'm going to pull the brakes out and make sure. And now I can stop the train. So go ahead and full train brakes just so you can see them. That's how fast I can stop the load. All right. Put this down so I can change this. Now, I haven't done this for you yet, but watch. I can jump up here. Position myself on the back of the train. put my remote. I try to like to see the sky, and you end up locking the remote into place in the screen so I can move the mouse. So it was moving that way, so now we're going forward. Get out of the brakes. And ease it forward, just one notch. See if that's enough to get it moving. Maybe another notch. Because sometimes it sticks and then it gets moving. There's no brakes on, right? It's in forward. I don't know why it's not moving. Slowly, that slow, really? I figure it's a big deal. It may be on a hill back there. I see it really moving slow. Give it a little bit more and then I'll back off of it. Okay, we're going right, then left. But I just thought this is so cool. I can just sit here. So what do we call this? Shunting, working in the yard, putting together trains and taking them apart. It's just a whole nother day out here with the remote. It's like, this is how to do it. So our load's way back in there. I'll probably go 10. I'm thinking about crash speeds, right? I'm keeping it 10 because crashing into stuff, I'm going to make mistakes. I want to try to minimize them. All right, and it's daytime. We're going to go to the port in the daytime on a clear day because I've done it at night in the rain. And they're two different things. All right, backing up still. Again, I'm just enjoying this so much. Again, so this, if they're looking to be a realistic simulator, I'm like, good job, guys. You got something going here. Okay, we're doing 7. I'm thinking about getting out of the throttle. Because I got to stop all that steel too. And maybe it seems like it's going uphill, so it'll like kind of slow down to 7, 6. Okay, I'll go ahead and get some power back in. And there may be like friction. Did they model that like as the train cars go through the switches, is there a little extra friction in the wheels that we're actually slowing down? Like, because on a straightaway, it's like nearly perfect. There's hardly any loss. Okay, we're getting closer, and I'm trying to manage the speed of all this steel, so let's slow her down. Now, I would like to be in a position to where I can see. So I'm going to like here, I want to see those bumpers and the car like that. It's having see pretty good. And you too, as the viewer. Yeah, can you see it? Okay, we're doing 4. We probably don't want to do that. We want to do more. Okay, 3 is going to be the collision speed, but we're slowing down. Staying at 3 and 4, that's fine. I think I want to get out. Okay, 5's fine. I'm out. 4, slowing down. And do I even brake? I'm watching it. I don't think I'm going to brake. I think I'm going to go ahead at 4-mile-an-hour collision. What could possibly go wrong? Like hazmat, I'd be a little more concerned about. I might want to bump it like, around 1 or 2 miles an hour. But we'll see what the 4-mile-an-hour collision is like. Again, I'm like looking at all the modeling they've done. When you have, 150,000 kilograms per car. Nice. The brakes are on, so the whole thing should stop. It's one hand card who's holding it down. Put this away, and this is our other load, right? We should check it, right? This should be the end of the first load, which is this card. So this car, where is that thingy? Is 078, right? So that is the end of that train, and this should be the beginning of this train, which is double lot 1, and there's double lot 1. So we got it. So the first thing is get these things connected, because what's happened to me before is they drift apart and you can't get the look at how untidy this is. Put this will hook up, and this I'll put away because I hate a dangling hook. But I can't even select it. Look at that. That's a clue. So hey, any developers watching, there you go. That's a good one right there. Something's wrong. All right, that's done, and open the valves, and now we are releasing that. And 1, where's the small end of the train? Was it this way? Has 1 handbrake, and we're gonna assume I've checked all the rest of them are connected. The handbrakes are off. Look, let's get to the front of this. I'm jumping to the front of the train now, way up here. Oh my God, it's way, way, way up here. Hop in and give you a shot down the train. Back into the station. All right, there's our steel to the port. Let's do this. right, forward. Are the headlights right? Yes. Wipers can be turned off. Oh, that's sand. Don't do that. I always do that. Cab light, brakes, brakes. And we've got a dynamic thing. Basically, we're uphill. We're about 2,000 feet or so here. And the port's down at sea level, so it's downhill to the port and uphill back. That's something I've learned. So, forward, in, dynamic brake off. I put it in real easy just to get the whole load moving. And we're going to see what these can do. I think we're carrying 1,200. Like, close this up here to that number. Tons? Are those metric tons? I think they're metric tons. But it'll be 1,000 metric tons. No, wrong way. Stop, stop, stop. Halt. Get out of power. It should stop on its own, but we got to back up. We're not going that. We're going to the port, and we're going to the place we were like last. Hear the compressor pumping up the brakes. Yes, we're using the... That was a brake test. That was a brake test. That was a good thing right there. Got to back it up a little bit. Past this very switch we're standing on. It's like having the brakes set. It's so long. I gotta put a little more power in. Looking for some movement. We can do it. So yeah, you were saying don't push these engines, huh? So, I'm pointing out the white needle and the red needle, the difference in heat, and see the heat building in the oil. Those two, like, can I zoom in and say, like, that one, that's the delta difference between the two. That's the heat building. And that should be fine. That'll get us through the switch. There's the switch right there. And now since it's a big load of steel, I'm going to use the whole train. Because if I just throw the independent brake, that's just the engines. So I'm going to throw the whole train brake. Get all that steel stopped. And while it's stopping, we'll do change the radio. Did you get that? You pull this out to do that, and there's a remote and all that. So change the direction. Right, I changed the switch. All the other switches, oh, the one on the other side might be done. Because I always go to and from the harbor all the time. Take all the brakes out. We'll go slow. Forward, slow. And you see how when I went forward, I instantly knew we were going the wrong way. Everything's still good? Audio check. Let's see. How long have we been on? Ooh, 2.5 hours now, it looks like. So let me know. Let's see, if I get down to the harbor, I could call that the end of the stream. Or I was going to play with steam. That could be a whole nother stream. Let me know. You let me know. Other things I could do are I could do some shunting down at the harbor. They built some pretty cool trains. But you'll get a pretty good idea with this. So we're up at the factories and the mills. It's pretty level up here. And as we get closer to the ocean where the port is, that's the downgrade. So does it make sense that it's easier now that I know where the downgrades and stuff are rather than that first time? And the speed limit down there there's 50 mile an hour curves, and there might be some 40 mile an hour curves. So like 40, 45, 50 is, I want to keep this mass of steel moving consistent because changes waste fuel and brakes and stuff like that, right? So just get it up to speed, keep it moving. All right, we're pulling out of town. I'm trying to get out of the yard safely. Right down here, all the big S's that we're pulling back there. But I think we're okay. God, we're long. Let's go ahead and fire it up. A little bit more. And I think I'm going to turn it on because we're going to climb a grade here. And let's see what we can do. Mainly, we're going to be watching that heat there. Right, we can get in the yellow. We don't want to get in the red. And I have heard fans come on with the dynamic braking. We'll call that right there. So it's called dynamic braking. We're going to use that going downhill. But now we're blowing up a hill a little bit here. So I'm going to get into it. And we're looking at see how the white RPMs is a lot different than the speed the train's climbing at. So we're generating a lot of heat. And I'm going to take it up to the limit. And you said, don't make the engines work hard. But I'm gonna. I mean, I'm not going to get them hot because I don't want to pay for them. And I'm got to turn on my speakers. It's getting loud in here. And let me know if it's too loud for you. And heat's looking good. I'm going to keep more power. Because again, I want to cruise at about 45, 50, Between 40 and 50, we'll aim for 45. How's that? And I'll bet you I'll change my mind before we get there. Double check my brakes all the time that I'm out. Nothing like going on full power. Okay, there's the heat right there. That's what we keep an eye on. That's all we really want to do. And watch, see how that spread is. They're going so slow, but as the red needle speeds up, right? I think the engine speed's going to stay somewhat consistent. Right there, I got to fix that. Where is the switch? To my side. Good eye. Alright, because I wouldn't want to slow this down. Now all the switches should be set. Looks like we're doing 35, but no, 25 already. Alright, heat's good. I'm more power. When I jerk around too much. But I'm kind of looking outside, getting set, and then I told you I could take a seat. Right, going on the road like this. And I can see myself through all the controls. Looking over there. Isn't this cool? Alright. Heat. How are we doing? I can't. There's some glare there. So I'm get up like this and watching that heat. Looks good. Oh, it's starting to get hot. Let's not even start. Because this little red light up there came on. I'm like, alright, I'll leave that out. I mean, we're just starting out. I could get hotter. I want to hear the fans come on. I feel like I'm shouting over the engine. Everything's good. I blew some sand out. Oh, fuel. Boy, we're going through the fuel. So because you were here, we filled it up, right? How is this half empty? I don't know. I'm confused. Couldn't use that much fuel, did I? I was hauling scrap. Okay, this is it, pretty much. I'm generating heat. I don't want to do much more. So that's what this neat about this engine is. You just set it and see it's slowing down, but the temperature's all staying the same. The RPMs are staying the same. It's just you're turning that low RPM into more torque. I guess, it just keeps going. So we're pulling that huge load and we're just doing 15. Am I going to find out here that I can't do it? I'm going to go ahead and give it one more notch. Like get that a little hotter. Get a little more power, right? If I was ever going to get hot, like now when I'm slowing way down, this is what I want to do. It is a big load, you're right. So everything looks good. Let's peek outside. It's just going to wind on around the corner curve. But this is where I took that photo before. When I just started, I thought, hey, it's time to let you guys know what I'm doing. Okay, watching the heat. Yeah, thoughts? No, nothing's flashing at me. So like, beep, beep, beep. I want to hear the fan come on. Come on. Cool that oil down. Why wouldn't the fan run? We're picking up speed. I'm just let it roll. If I have to pay for it, I've got 350,000. This load is like literally going to be 100,000. So if I have to pay... Did you hear like a beeping? I don't think I hear it. Turn up my speakers for you. It's getting hotter and hotter. I think I'm going to back off a little. I'm just watching that come down. We're doing 20. You don't know that I've stalled out on these grades in the little 2-axle guys before. So, and there's something called a hill start. Like if you stall out on the hill, getting going again is like literally back up to the last station and try again. Momentum is a huge thing in the game. Like I should have more momentum up here. We're like literally at full power, but I'm not picking up any speed. We should top out up here, like around here, turn right. Everything's cool. I'll show you the map. So I think we are here. We came out of the steel mill. We're gonna go down this curve through here. So I gotta go left, left, right, right, left, left. If you want to know, that's the plan. And it should all pretty much be set. We're getting there as fast as we can, and that's our limiting factor. As fast as we can go. See outside. See the sunset's messed up. I guess that's a train over there. I really like these engines. And you really can't see. We need a long, straight path so you can see how long this thing is. Sitting here doing my job. I guess you can't see over there when you're doing left hand turn, so you come over here. Okay, it all looks good. My brakes. big load and we're gonna get paid. I'd say it's nice to be making good money. I just started this week, I think I told you. Right? Yay, but I think I'm on some kind of easy mode because I'm making pretty easy money. Alright, it's speeding up, temperature looks good. I can give it more now. Right, because we got a little leading room there, so I'm gonna generate more heat. Oh, that spread though, we really are giving it power. God, I swear I hear like a beep, 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 beep. And those things are annoying for me in the cab. I should close the doors so you can hear what it's like. Right, talking about simulations and stuff, right? How well they've done. All right, we're picking up speed. All right, those needles are going to get closer together. And we're getting close to 40, so I'm going to back off a little bit. And I actually like the doors open. They help me feel, give me a little more input. How the train's doing. I can hear the brakes and swing. Are we doing 40 and climbing? So I'm getting out of it. This is a section I told you I think we can just coast on. Right, 42. Ooh, I'm just getting used to the train, getting a feel for it. Nice tracks, and I wanted to turn around and get that shot. Of course, the tree's in my way. Okay, so I'll put a little in. Yeah, I've learned like when I'm on my feet. When I get behind this side and then you come over and like go to this side. Drive back and forth. Yeah, I'm just having so much fun. These caps are just perfect. I tell you, these are the electrics. Close that. Close it. This way. Oh, is it like the mouse wheel closes it? That closes it. I guess I should look forward. Who's driving the train? Okay, we're slowing down. Get it, and I'm gonna watch that and give it about as much power as I can. You know, I threw a lot in, but I'm kind of careful. Heat's coming up, 40 miles an hour, and where are we? We are here. There's gonna be a tunnel over here. Good. Back outside. Trying to see, do we ever see the end of the train? Far back there? I've never seen the end yet. We sit here long enough, maybe. But yeah, isn't this cool? What I am doing, I am impressing myself. I had no idea I'd be doing this so soon. I wasn't prepared. Yeah, so I'm calling this my master control, you know, where we feed the signal from, and it's feeling pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable here. What is that, 45? And then this is what I said, when you sit back here, nice view, lighting, the sunset is perfect out there. I feel comfortable, it's like less stressful like this. Very nice. All right, 45. Literally from coast, I think. So you can see it. Yeah, just it's like ice, right? Just being on ice skates, just let her glide. And then we go down, and right, it's the same thing going down, the same physics. Like going up was pulling this load and using all that energy to get up, and down with our braking, we've got to slow this down. Same thing, it's a lot of energy, and this is the perfect machine to do it, right? It's just like my truck was for hauling freight. After doing this for 100 years, they've gotten to be very good. And this train is just so good at hauling these loads up and down these hills to and from the port. It's just perfect. And I haven't even done the DE6 yet. I mean, maybe I'll do that later tonight if I'm off the air. Or should I say that another stream could be just when I buy my first DE6. And here we have 2 4-axle ones, so we have 8 axles. The 6 would be a 6-axle. So it'd be like this, but I actually might have more traction than this. But this might be more expensive because I'm paying for the maintenance and the fuel on 2 tractors. So the DE6 might actually be cheaper to operate. Anyway, you can tell I'm excited to just have all these toys to play with. And it looks like we're slowing down because I'm talking. So I can get back into it. I'm surprised it is how long and heavy it is. Normally I can just coast up here. So I'm a little worried about going down. It'll be a perfect demonstration though, right? What I'm going to do is use the dynamic brake, and we'll get it in 100%. So it is dissipating as much braking heat as we possibly can and then we'll start dialing in the train brakes to get it down to below 40. But it'll be like 45, and then as we approach the 45, we'll just get it down below 40. Try to be below the speed limits if you want to stay on the rails. A little more power. And we could derail it. Sometimes that's another stream, right? I could do is just deliberately take it around the corner too fast, and you'll find the train all over the ground. But I tell you, in the radio, let's see, are we picking up speed? I'll show you. That's for doing switches, but I'm doing the middle mouse wheel to re-rail. I can pick up a vehicle and put it down with the radio. I can clear, remove vehicles. I can do something. There's a dummy unit that I guess I can do. An LED, I don't know what that is. But there you go. So the radio is pretty cool. Okay, we're going to the port. I told you there's down. So I think that's all. Oh no, that's the route coming from the left. We're going to go through a tunnel on the right where the two look in front of us meets that track. Oh, this is so nice at sunset. I mean, it's so pretty. I've been through here in the rain, at night. It's just nasty, and that's why it's just like, oh my god, this is so pretty. You know, I want to like stick out and take shots for you guys out the windows here. That's kind of why I have the doors open. And you look down, this spectacular cliffs. So I'm talking about this being a handmade map. I mean, look at this. It's like, dude, right? I like to appreciate artists, right? I'm an aspiring artist myself, but I'm more of a technical 3D artist. You know? 3D, yeah, just like 3D artist. That's a cool term to say. But I appreciate people that can just crank out, especially on demand. You know, when the boss is saying, have this art on my desk in the morning. So I can't do that. And I saw artists like whipped and say, work harder, work faster. Get that job done. All right, here we go. I'm going to be quiet as we go through the tunnels. We go sound the horn. God, you can't even hear it in here. And it's so weird. The first time I did that was like, the engineer, did I design that to protect him? Okay, we're doing 45. Okay, we're going to come out here and do a downgrade. So I am getting out of the throttle already. Because we're going to do nothing but pick up speed, I bet. I should show you where we are. To the map. Here, and we're starting a long downgrade, and it won't end until there. It's going to be like a downgrade to here, and then a flat section and a downgrade here. Let's see how that really helps you plan it out. We're doing 50, so I'm just throwing it all in. Let's see what this dynamic brake can do. All right, 50. Looking ahead. You should hear it. Oh, we're speeding. That's the derail sound. Come on, baby, get in there. I need some brakes. Derail. I gotta get it down below 40-ish. Okay, coming down. Check out my speakers. Okay, you hear the dynamic brakes. I'm gonna get the train brakes out now. I like to keep these in reserve. These two in reserve are full on dynamic. Let it hold it at 40, that's fine. Because I'd rather be slow and in control. Because like the back of the load isn't even come over the hill yet. It's not even on the downgrade. And then we got to put these away. There'll be 2 spots to put them away in. Be quiet in here. Is that too loud? Okay, 40. I feel like I could farts around with it, but I'm just not gonna. You know, and I can sit down, but I can't really see as well. So when I'm driving, I'm standing up here. But I'll show you the tracks. It's just like so spectacular. Look out here. Watch me fall out of the train now. Yeah. And I guess you could derail here and have to like rebuild your train picking them out of the river and putting them back on the track. Up here. And again, can you tell I'm just having so much fun with this game? So this isn't the free version, and they didn't give it to me or anything. I paid my hard. It wasn't that much. I think this one was like $39, and I got another one, the train game for $29 that I'm not as happy with. Train Empire. Can't figure it out. Had to have fun with it. I mean, I got the game figured out, but I'm like, is this fun? It's one of those Railroad Empire games, and I'm not too into those. But it looked fun. But a lot of times I've learned, a lot of times with games, I just don't know how to play them right. And when more experienced players come along, they show me a whole new way. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. Dude. All right, looking good to me, like under 40, right? We could go oh, there's right there. That was a 40-mile-an-hour limit. Right? So we're right under. It's perfect. Just leave it alone, right? So it's almost like this train is built to do this. Imagine that. It's like, it is. They made it so this does this perfectly. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to try the DE6. There's more interest, and Steam. Where am I going to get my hands on a Steam shuttle? So that just blows me away since it changed. Now that it changes everything. I can't count on engines being at certain turntables at certain stations. I thought if I knew what was there, I could always go back and get it. It's like, no, I can't. Okay, so I hear it. Let's back off. No dynamic. This is that flat section I think I told you about. You know, there's a downgrade and a little flat, and a little more downgrade. We're actually doing it really easily, right? This isn't hard at all. I'm making so much money. So I thought this engine could do 1,500 kilotons, and we're doing 12, right? That's what this was, with no problem. So like I literally could have thrown all three on, and it made it even longer, and made even more ridiculous money. That's the thing is, I've got to handle it in the yard now and put this stuff away. And we've got to make sure we get the back end of the train into the places they need to go. Or get the train around on the other side. You know, the engines are on the turner. There's just so much to consider. Let me know when I talk too much. I'll just let you enjoy watching. But there's a lot going on in the yards. Now this is saying going to the right. Yeah, we're going right into the dock, and we're going to go through this tunnel, and I'll go, I'll stay in here. I was going to get on top of the train in the tunnel, but we'll go through here, and then surprise, this is the first time you've ever get to see the harbor, so now I'll go on the roof, and that's the port. Oh, and I hear we're going to derail, so get that in, and we're derailing. Nice! Oh, here's some excellent content. Oh, it's all over the place. The humanity. How long is the train? Oh, this is cool, right? Falcons with me, oh my god. But we can do it right, it's no problem at all. This is Derail Valley's classic. Oh my god. What a mess. It's in the train. Do I even have a flashlight? Okay, so these cars are okay. We've got to build the train from here. We're going to run back and see how far is it. Can I jump? Jump, jump, jump. Wow, it's all the way back here. I should get back up on the train. Okay, here's the end. So not too bad. We only derailed half the train. So I'm going to try to do that jump thing. Jump back through the tunnel. Jump. Okay. Nice. I'm glad you were here, though. You saw it. I was coming around the corner showing you my beauty shot. And does it even have a rating on it? It says 60. I wasn't doing 60, was I? Well, are all the parts here? The engines are underwater? Oh dear. Well, here's what I know. I can pick them up and put them up here, but they're going to be in the way. So I got to decide where to build the train because I can't move the parts. I'm gonna maybe go dive in the water and see, are the engines actually underwater here? Can I breathe? Oh, they are. Is this cool? We are underwater. Welcome to Derail Valley, everybody. I can scuba, and so I was gonna get the engines up. Is there any way I can lose stuff down here? Where did it go? Can I go to the surface? Am I gonna have to wait in the daytime? I don't see them. I'm looking for the engines. Okay, these are train cars. They just keep going deeper. Follow them down. It's gonna be hard to remember this stuff. I think that's an engine. I can't see anything. Is this an engine? How do I go down? That's steel. Wow. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm kind of lost. I don't know which way the train I'm going up or down. I'm still looking for the engines. Okay, that's what I thought. So we come out of the water here. I'm following the train down. This is cool. I've never done this. This is my first time. So how much damage could I have done? What do you think this? I told you about liability. What's this going to cost me? So the train disconnected here. But it looks like there's some stuff down here. What did it do? It fell into like a bottomless pit? Oh my god, it did. How am I going to remember this stuff is down here? This is just an engine. Okay, one engine. God, how do I know if I've got it all together? They're in a pile here. There's two of them. All right, which... yeah, it's scary if it happened in real life. I'm like, which one to grab first? Like, I don't want it to fall into a bottomless abyss. I don't even know how I'm going to get back here to find it. But I'm going to grab an engine. So I'm going to take out my radio. It's going to re-rail. I've got it. I think I've got it. And I've got to go up to the surface, and I'm going to go put it on the tracks. So I'm swimming up to what I think is the surface. Here's the world, and I got to get up to the tracks up there. Oh, so where is it? It's out here in the middle of the lake, in the middle of the bay. Try to remember off this point, like I need to come straight out from here. Can I go up this cliff? Yay, no problem. Train, people up the cliff. And I got to start building the train somewhere. And I want to err on the side of like further up than... So there we go. The train's on the track. And then I can change direction. I want it to go that way. Pay for it. Cost me nothing. So there's the one train. Okay, get my flashlight out. Which one was this? This was 380. I think it was in the back before, but all the windows are broken out. Let's see. Yep. Again, how much could this have cost me? All right, so straight out there. What do you think the chances of us finding it? It's on the bottom. Oh, God, it's got lights on. That's a little helpful. Look at that. Thank God. All right, here's the other engine. So pull out the radio. I think I've got it because it's red. Back to the surface. Yeah, is this going well? There's the thing. Yeah, that's the new lead car. It's facing the right way. I was telling him before about derailing into the river and like going up and having to put it all back together. All right, there's that. Let's get it. Okay, yeah, it should be facing backwards, right? And I'm going to put it right up against the engine. But I don't think it'll let us hook it up. Go back to the flashlight. I did get a flashlight. Isn't that good of me? Maybe I'll put my lantern out just as a aesthetic look. Okay, let's get these tied together. It's so unexpected. That's cool, right? It gives me something to do. Good content. Right here. So, and that's the thing, it's Derail Valley. So I did it. I derailed. And it wasn't planned, right? I didn't have to plan it. It was like, yay. So I can never get these to hook up. It's like I'll grab the far one. Can I pull it? Oh, I'm stuck in here. Okay, I got them together. The valves closed. That's an interesting thing, huh? So I got to reopen the valves. Tie the engines together. And I'm going to get them started up. And pumping up air and all that. I mean, do they even have fuel in them and stuff? Yeah, they do. So, brake off or brake on for now while we're building the train. All the brakes are on. I'm literally going to probably have to turn the brakes off on every car. So this could be a while. You know, if you want to get us break, take a soda break or something, get a sandwich. But why not, right? I got unlimited bandwidth. Just go to it. So I was going to... What do I have to do to start it? I don't think these breakers have changed at all. Yeah, they're waiting. So just start the engine. And the wipers are still running. I'll turn the wipers off. There they are. Okay, so we got the two cars. Now, how to assemble the train? I'm thinking of building it off of the sheet. Backwards and build forwards. I think that I'll have enough. You know, I put the cars forward enough. I hope I have room. If not, I can just build them forward, and then we'll make sure the brakes are set. So, like, is this car actually on the track? So it is. So I'm going to set the handbrake here. Gotta put my flashlight away. Okay, that is setting the brake. So it was off, now it's on. Right, and all these guys are good. And I should pull out my paperwork and say, oops, that's not my paperwork. This is car number 601. So of the big train, that's the little train. There it is, 601. So I see 3 cars. There's 9 cars in the water. So the first one is 946. So I can put that away. 0, flashlight, I need 946. Calling that up again just to practice. 946. And it's right here. Right? That's 946. You know, this one might be in the way, but it's not in the way of the track. So I have to take my radio, pick it up, put it on the track facing that way, and I'm going to put it right up against that car. Before, I couldn't get him to hook up. So see how it barely fit there, and that's nice. But this is good for you to see, putting it all together. Okay, this is 946, right? That's exactly what I was looking for, that car. So I think I'm going to have to go through each one, and I'm going to leave the handbrakes on all the cars, and I'll come through and turn them all off after I'm done assembling it. Oh, and see, I can't put them together. Can I could pick it up and try to put it down again, right? But there's no, I was thinking there's a rope I can pull them together. There's no way to get them together, so I'll try the radio. Re-rail, because it costs me nothing, I think. Re-rail. Oh, it is railed, so it's like, nope, it would have to be derailed, so I can't. So we're going to have to, like, put them all like this, and then I'll have to use the engine to put them together. So you saw that one go down. Now this is the next one, I'm pretty sure, but I should check. So flashlight, it is, what is that, 767, and I'll check my manifest. 767, so that is the next one. So pick it up. And I want it on the rails there. Oh, this guy's is in the way. Okay. I thought it was going to be like this. I'll go ahead and pick this guy up and put him up in the front here. But not too far to make room for this guy. Ugh. It's the thing, you know, once I put it down, I can't put it down again. All right, so we'll eyeball it. What I'm looking at is the distance between this car and where I put it down will hold the car. So picking it up and putting it here, and we want it going that direction, but I need that gap to the end of that car, so that doesn't look like enough. Coming down here to where I can kind of see it. I think it needs to be like about, we'll try that. Okay, so now it's out of the way, so now I can pick this up. And that's the right direction, and we're there, and I was off by that much, but it won't let me do it twice. I could let it like roll downhill if this is on, the brake is on. Which it is. That's the brake off, and I'm hoping it'll roll downhill. I can push it. Hey, push it. Nope. Negatory. Well, there's the engines there, so I'm not going to be able to put too many more on until we're going to have to, so we'll just do it that way. So, 767, 767, 510. This is how I'm going to know I get them all out of the lake. It's 510. I'm now looking for, there's 6 left. 433. Want to go for a swim? See, it's going to be hard to remember where they're at, but they're like right down here. And they have no lights on them, so they're going to be hard to see. Just going straight down. I mean, I'll find the train, and then I can go one way or the other. This is so cool. This is like when I was scuba diving. It makes me stressed. Now, they've got to be here closer. Yeah, there they are. And this is the last one. Is that it? Is that 434? 433? Dude, is it going downhill? They're still falling deeper into the lake. Oh my god. That is pretty cool. I can't read the number. Does it matter? Pulling out. Should I go to the other side? Okay, 4-3. I think I see a 4-3. It's going deeper. Look at that. It's into an endless abyss. Well, give me that one. 434. Got it. Right, it should turn red. Yeah, it is. And let's go up. Oh, we may not get them all. But what do you do? Like, it has told me in the past, it's like, make sure y'all deliver all your product. Oh, I'm so liable for all this. Okay, well, at least I got the one. I mean, it's out in the middle of the lake. We're going to be going out. Basically, they're all going to be in the bottom. Can I go up this, straight up this cliff? Of course I can. See, that's where my professional gaming comes in. I'm used to this. Okay, this has to be in front. 434 on the tracks, going the right direction. And that should work, right? And see, it says re-rail it for nothing. So I may have damaged the cars. Alright, so I'm going to use... well, I can fit one more up there, you think? Yeah? Yeah. I'm going in for another. I should remember which car. It's pretty much right where they came out of the tunnel. We went off here, so I'll just go straight in here. And daylight might help, but, you know. Oh, I was going to see what are we looking for this time. That was 433. We're looking for 322. And I'm just following the bottom straight down. And yeah, at this point, we're just going to get... the further away they get, the harder they're going to be to find. Straight down. But eventually, how I'm going to know which way's down. And if I already can't find them... oh, it's so sad. Well, I guess we'll find out how deep the lake goes and what's on the bottom. And they should be on the bottom somewhere. I don't see him. There's like 5 cars left. Like, how am I going to find him? I hate to waste your time just going around here. Now I'm totally lost. I've lost the bottom. So at least with the bottom and I go up, you know I'm going up and maybe I'll bump into him. Anything else I can do? Like, how can I locate the vehicles? Like the one when they have the lights on them. Trying to find the surface. See where I'm at. Which side of the lake. I'm just going to go straight up, I guess. Got my flashlight. Alright, so here I am. I think that's the train up there. I guess I'm trying to go look and see where am I at, and I'll do another dive. Alright, you're going to head off? Alright. Yeah, I'll try to decide what I may stop streaming too to put the train together or to do something else, but... you know, we made a good effort. But I seem to have lost the train. But thanks, Falcon. You always make it different. You always make it good. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, don't expect it. You can't make every stream if I'm streaming all the time. But you have yourself a good night. And stay safe. And I'm going to cover the mic as I cough. Well, ideas. I've got most of them. I'm missing. They won't let me turn it in without those 5 cars. So I guess I'm going to go off here and just go straight down. I need a marker. Like, is there any way on the map to make a marker? You know, and the trains aren't marked anywhere. Alright. I guess I'll go slow looking more. But yeah, you just can't see. And I'm really worried I saw it just falling deeper and deeper. But I'm going to try to go straight down. But it's, how do you even know? I guess I could pull out my compass. Here with my flashlight. And you can't see the compass in the dark. Fine. Fine. And my flashlight's working underwater. Well, I don't want to miss the bottom. Trying to go down. Looking both ways. Where'd the ground go? Well, I seem to have lost the ground. Well, not sure what our procedure should be when we lose the load. I guess they said you just go and turn in, cancel the load, I guess. Wow, all that money. That's a darn shame. Right? Here's the stuff. This is where we found it. Seems like my flashlight isn't working. That's kind of what happened. I couldn't see anything. I think it's a solar-powered flashlight. So I may be just screwed, so that's fine. All right, we lost a load. Oh, well. Darn shame. Is any of this worth anything up here? I don't know that it is. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas on how to find train cars in the bottom of the lake, I don't know, but I'll hook this stuff up and take it into the harbor, and it'll say, I guess we've got the back load. We don't have the front load, so I don't think we'll be able to complete the order. Of the two, that's the one that's worth the most. Okay, so let's put these together. All these brakes are on. And the flashlight's useless now. I think it's solar. We'll have to charge it up. Okay, so take the brakes off. That's brakes off. And the brakes off. And is this one already attached? If so, these have the brakes on. Okay, these are not attached. Looks close enough to do it though. This one must have gone downhill. Oh, see, it just doesn't reach. Oh, that is such a pain in the ass. And this one has to be hooked up, and this one's got the brake on. So I just got to push all these together. And how to know when they're together, I'm not really sure. Like, wow. How to replace 5 cars. Oops. Sorry, guys. But this is good for me, right? I've never lost a load, so I think the plan is to just go and cancel it. Sorry, I'm a failure. I hope I'm probably liable for it all. Okay. Oh, the sun's coming up. Well, that's cool. I wonder if I place the flashlight out, if it'll charge. So, brakes off. This way. We gotta push everything together. There's broken windows this way. Train lights, do these work? Like front light? Yeah, that helps. Brakes off. I think I got them tied together. Oh, the brakes are on these. I left these on because I didn't want them going anywhere. And there'll be another one in this one. And turn that on. And they're moving the wrong way, of course. Oh, that's the downgrade. So get some power in. Oh, those, if I took the brakes off, those should like go downhill. Like, come on. Is this bad of me, like being reversed going the wrong way? Trying to go up the grade. I can do it. It's fine. I'm gonna go pretty slow. These are gonna be crashing into each other. No, slow. Slower. Okay, that's about 3. That should do if I can keep going this speed. And one more notch. Gotta push them all together. How will I know? When they all stop moving. So I'll get where I can see the ground when we're moving. There's a little window down there I can look through. I can hit it at about 5. That's fine. It'll probably slow us down. Hit another one. Push it in. Okay, we're not moving anymore. But I feel we need to push more together. No, we're slowly moving, pushing them together. As long as I see the train moving, I expect when it hits the brake one, it will just stop. Or I could go look. My doggies come by saying hi. His name's Jaeger. He went stinner, I think. Okay, these look like they stopped. I'm going to set the brake to hold me in position and then take the power out. The train isn't even hooked up. Or the train brake isn't even hooked up, so it won't do much. So this, I guess I could hook these up. Thought the sun was coming out. I was going to charge my flashlight. I can't see. Does it recharge on its own? It does not. Well, that was fun. I didn't know it was like a underwater light, and it only lasts so long. So hook to that, tighten it up, get the air hooked up, and open the valves. And interesting sounds. I can't see the blue to hook up. Oh, we don't hook up the blue. Okay. I'm just gonna work my way down. It's a mechanical connection. Make sure you get it tight. And then the air. And do the valves. Okay, the brakes are on the engine, just so I'm gonna release all the brakes. And it's not close enough together. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna release the brake. That breaks off. And that breaks off, and maybe the other brakes, the air brakes didn't work because they were hooked up. So now, release all the brakes. Still going forward. Just need to push them closer together. I'm watching how much the train's moving. I don't want to go too fast, because there's going to be some collisions up there, so I'll take that out. Oh, we go the other way. We go downhill. That sucks. Now I'm trying to push them together. Am I going that way a little more? Looking out the door to see if the train's moving. No, the brakes are on. I think that probably means we got them together, so I'm going to put the train brake on full. Take that out and see if I can put them together. So the only thing holding is that train brake right now. All the brakes are off on all these. And I think I was right here. Yeah, and they're together now. Okay, do the mechanical connection. Tighten it up. That and the valves. And then back here. I guess I'm just taking these into the harbor to get them off the tracks, and I'll put them where they belong. But I don't. It's gonna say it won't accept the load, and I'll just have to cancel it. But I'll have somewhere to store the train that I didn't deliver. And then this guy's already hooked up, I think. Yep, he's already hooked up. So I remember setting the handbrake here. Okay, now that one's off. That one's off. And that one's off. And that one's off. So I was trying to push them together with the brakes on. I thought I had them all off, but when they derailed, they all got set to be back on. All right, well, the train's put together, so I'm gonna go in the front cab. Turn on the cab lights. They don't work. I guess this came out of the water. At least I saved the locomotives. Now I can just repair them. Not a total loss. Front lights. Rear lights. Oh, and the cab lights don't work. The rear lights. Okay. Brakes are on, and we're going in this direction. I'm gonna... Oh, this engine's not even running? Okay, it's off. We're in that direction. It's off in that. Take the brake off. should be, I think it's downhill, right? So we should. Oh, and the lights don't work? Yeah, the lights, I guess, are out. Brakes are off. Forward. All we gotta do is get into the port. I thought this was a downgrade. That's why I'm surprised. It seems like something's affecting the brakes. We shouldn't have to use that much. Oh, I'll bet you it's on the engines because they just came out of the water. So that brakes off. Well, I've been driving these around, I thought. Where's that? That's off. So those brakes are off. So it feels like there's a brake on somewhere. These are off. I mean, really, I've got to go check everything. My flashlight's out. Oh, I've got a lantern. Let's pull out the old lantern. It's gonna be out here. Oh, that's the red one. Wrong one. Wrong one. I'm holding. Oh, it's in my hand. This one. And it has to be lit. Let's put it on the rocks here. Wonder if I can light it going down. I have to take out my lighter. Trying to kneel down. Got my lighter. Can I get the stove going? What do I have to do? Get that sitting upright. So close this. Use my 9, my 0. That should be the lantern. I want to put it on the ground. Or somewhere where I can light it. Like maybe here on the flatbed. Yeah. I'll get better once I learn how they do this, but why can't you just place it? I mean, why does it have to be thrown? Alright, well, at least it's up. And open, light, and I want to get up there and... not that one. Tosses it sideways, and I don't. Why can't I just put it down? And even putting it down, I guess it doesn't put it upright. Well, it was upright for a second. Alright, that's upright. Good as you're gonna get, then I'll come over here with like my lighter and do something like this is what I did before. But I can't get to it. Doggone it. How do you get lower? Alright. Where am I gonna put it? On a rock, it'll fall in the water, of course. Instead of the engine, I'll have to find a normal place to put it, like on a hitch somewhere. Can I do it in a cab here? I know there's no cab light, but there's like a little shelf here I can like try to put it on. Crouch. I guess that kind of worked. And pull out my lighter. And crouch. And that's what I was trying to do. All that. There's your realism for you. Close it. 9, 0, and which is in my hand. So I was out here looking for. Feels like we're dragging the load. Like there's brakes on somewhere. So all the connections have to be made. Maybe the valves aren't turned on somewhere. Those valves are on. I won't check all those. I checked all those. I'm thinking maybe I didn't open the set of valves. There. can't click them unless I have like a free hand. There and there. All right, that's one. That would do it. And there's another. And I feel like, why am I not standing? I guess I can get under here. Why? Why? Why can't I get that? There and there. Okay, that all looks good. That would explain it. Right, I've checked all these brakes, hand brakes, to make sure they're off. Guess I can use the lantern in the front cab that has the burned out lights. Or was it just because it wasn't on? The engine wasn't on, so the lights didn't work. Oops. Yeah, I guess. And would you want to use the... Yeah, the train is moving. That's fine, we're going downhill. That's what I wanted. How do I do it like this? Nope. Not too far away. Kind of bounced off the wall. There you go. Alright, we're going down the hill. We got no brakes. We aren't even applying power. We're coasting. And we're doing 15 knots. Looks like we've ruined the lights, but I'll be able to fix these locomotives at the harbor. Got to pay for it. Nothing money can't take care of. So maybe, let's see, if we've been going 3.5 hours, I'll go ahead and turn this into the port. I'll probably stop the stream here while I sort out what I'm going to do the rest of the night. But I got to show you the game, which is what I wanted to do. My friends, keep you up to date with what I'm playing. We're picking up speed, so how about some dynamic braking on our way into the harbor. I'm literally coasting. Pulled these locomotives out of the bottom of the lake. And yeah, everything kept sliding down deeper. And the sun still is now. So that's why I'm just going to give up. I can't think of any way to locate, if I could find some way to find those cars. But I don't. If you know how, you can comment below and let me know. Should make some great suggestions. But there you go, my Derail Valley video for you. The first thing I did was derail. Yay! Well, it wasn't the first thing I did. My first load. I was like, hey, look how much we're going to get paid, and maybe not. Alright, so we have to deliver this somewhere. We're in the harbor. Right? We made it. There's the train coming in behind us. Trying to slow it all down. We still have the brakes on. And I'm going to stop here because I don't know where these loads go. I'm going to go ahead and use the train's brakes. Bring this thing to a stop here. Dynamic. Give a full set of train brakes. And figure out, we haven't even looked at where we're delivering yet. So, the front load isn't going to make it, that one. Don't have all the cars. That's the one we're going to lose the 50,000 for. This one we'll get like 20,000 for, is on the back. So it gets delivered. So the other one isn't even worth delivering. But like this one goes to E. So when we know where E is at the harbor, at least I do. I've been here before. We have to go to the harbor maps, the HB. Right there we are. And A shows you where all the ABCs. So what did we say? The small one is E8. So E is straight ahead of us. All right, so I know how to get to E. And when we get in there, we're coming from the west, it's going to be the second on the right. So let's go straight forward and get rid of the brakes now. Right direction, a little power. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. They're on the back. Okay, change this switch. I got to get the whole train in here and turn it around to back it in. Good for the switch. I'm going in. Oop, you can't see. Not on this one. On A, I'm going to go in to C here. I believe I was at C and try to turn the train around and back in. I hope it's C. I hope it's the first one. I'm going to look out and see. Yeah, it's the first T. So I'm going to try to take the whole train in here. And that'll be interesting in trying to know when we've made it the whole way. I'll look ahead. Yeah, so since the load I want to deliver is on the back of the train and the E station is over there, in order to get those final cars in, I've got to turn the whole train around. Otherwise, I won't get them back in there. But it'll be fine. We're fine. How fast am I going back in here? Like 10 knots. So this long straightaway, I wanted to look. It doesn't look like there's anything back here that I'm going to hit. Because we need to send the train down that track right there. We're going to go past this switch and I'll back down that line there. Once I get in the train this way. And it looks like you can go straight down there all the way to the end. The only question is the end long enough? And what do I do if it's not? That'll be interesting. So I could jump out here with the remote and wait for the train to go by, but I might end up hitting the end of the line down here. So I'm going to kind of watch if we get it all on there and it straightens out. Oh, I turned the wrong way. Got to stop the train. Power out, train brake on. We wanted 2i, not this one. We're gonna hit those things. So change the direction. Brakes out. Power in. Just enough to get us around that switch that we missed. I love the sounds. Nice sound design. Good job, guys. Oh, I've got it in idle. That's hilarious, isn't it? All right. Stop the brake. Forward. Change that. So we don't. That'll be great when I do the same thing twice for you. Okay. Yes, we're going forward. Engage. Brakes off. I keep grabbing the reverser like it's the throttle. I think that's what I'm doing. Wrong again. I did it wrong again. Going backwards. It's the other switch. Back me up. So this one, we don't even need that one. Should go straight. It's this guy now. Don't want to get going too fast. This is weird doing stuff where you don't even know what's going on the other end of the train. You're just trusting it's fine. It's fine. So that's the switch we need. I think we're clear of it. Best to stop. Best practice is to stop the train. Don't use the motor for that. Alright, back to what we were doing. Heading down here, hoping it'll fit. trying to turn the train around. I'm not sure how far this goes down here. I didn't see very much. But it looks like it's enough. 10 knots. Now I'm looking down there, you can see our steel coming around the corner. It's long. I hope I have enough room. Yeah, welcome to the port. A lot of nice detail here. There's some ships loading and stuff. Looks like we're coming to the end down here, so I don't want to go too fast. Okay, it's coming around the corner right there. See that? When it lines up, I pretty much know we're past. Alright, so I can come to a stop. I'm going to give it a little extra. So, train brake. Packed full train brake. It's on. Power's out. And I'm going to use the remote. So I'm going to jump out and get down there. I guess hopping over the train rails is fine. Right, so I'm at the end of the train. And here's the switch that we needed to turn. And now I can just hop up here and ride on the back of the train with my remote. I try to see where I can see the skies. And again, it looks like the sun's coming up. I mean, I wish I could look for those in the lake when the sun was up. But here I can see the tracks. So I'll put it here. I think I need to change directions to forward. Remove the brake. This battery's charged fine. It's solar as well. And give me some speed. And we're moving. Maybe another chick. One more mark. There's 2. Get her going. Why would it stop? All the brakes are off. That's fine. All right. We are delivering these to E8. E 8I, second on the right. Try to remember that. Okay, we're doing 9. How fast do I want to bring the train into the yard there? Like 10, 15. Riding on the back like this. Second on the right, I believe. He's a big yard. Okay, 14's probably good enough. 15. There's 15. Taking the power out. Letting it coast. Okay, that's in the wrong position. I have to change that when we come back out. That's in the wrong position. That's in the correct one to go to E. Now, it's the second on the right, so I'm going to have to take the right, and then another right, and then a left, I believe. And you can see it's kind of open ahead of us. I see a gap on the second set of tracks to the right from the main line. So, that first switch should keep me on this track. The next one there, that we want to take out. And then that should miss the first track, and that should turn us into E8. So I think they're set. 12 knots isn't too bad. We're not going to hit anything back here. I think we're going into an open space, so I'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit. So there's 50. Going past this line, there's somebody in there, that's 70. And I believe this is 8I. This is where they want the load delivered. And how many is on the end here? Only 4 cars. So I only have to back it in here 4 cars. So I'm gonna hop off and go 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. So I'll try to stop the train now. That should do it. I want to check some numbers down here. So here, that's 123. That is 6 thing and 723. And double lot 1. So I'm going to break the train right here. Get the valves first. Then break the air connection. And then that. And that. And we're done. So the train is broken. Now, where am I going to put this mess of a train here? This one would have gone into C. So I'm not even in. C is like back there. But I'll go ahead and put it in C2I just to get rid of it. Up here, back to C, I guess. Forward. Brakes off. Ahead. Then I can disconnect the engines and repair them. Actually, I wonder if take them to maintenance to fix them. It might be cheaper. I'll probably do that on my own. We'll just get it delivered and call it a night. Brakes off. Speed check. Broken glass and broken. About 15, 20. Okay. That is not correct. Go straight through here. And we're going to back it into C. But hopefully you can see why I'm enjoying the game. A lot of cool stuff. 20? Looks like it would be fine. So that's C, and those are the 2 turns, to get into it. So I'm going to go past this. So the train's going at like 20 knots. I'm just going to let it go. The brakes are off. It's out of power. As we go by the switch, I'll jump out. This is the switch we're going to back down to back into C with what's left of our load. If I could find those 5 other cars. Oops, I meant to jump out here. Okay, bye-bye. I could start slowing it down, but why? Let it get. I mean, the main thing is make sure it gets past the switch. So it's out of the throttle, and I'm hitting the train brakes as it goes by. And why not do a full brake just to stop the train? I don't think that hurts anything. Just uses them all. So I'm much better at driving trains than I used to be. And I guess I'm going to hop up here as we back into sea. I guess I'll get the train started, and then I can look at my little notes and stuff. So we want to go forward, remove the brake, and ease in the throttle a little bit, get us moving. Okay, then I was going to look at sea, at the harbor. So boom, boom, here's sea. We're backing in. They wanted us to put it at 2I, C2I. Okay, it's right down the middle. C2I. Got it. So I'm just going to sit here and do the switches as we back in. Like 12, 15. That's good. I'm going to do 13 and then I'll stop it. Because I expected to slow down a little bit, so there's that. Get my radio out. And I expect the first one we encountered to be wrong, because we just went through there. Okay, that's the one that's wrong right there. Got it fixed. And that one's correct. It's going to keep us in the middle. And that one's correct. It's going to keep us in the middle. So it looks like we're going to go right down the back here. So I'll throw in a little speed, I think. And there's nothing straight back there. And I think we found out the train fits before. So I'm going to hop off here, I think, past this switch. Get the power out. Or not. We'll let it speed up. So there's 2I. Jump off here right by the sign is where we're putting the train. $16, that's probably enough. I'll let it coast in. Maybe I'll start a little bit of train brakes now. We want to make sure we get it all the way over here, though. Start slowing it down. Just gonna let it coast back here a little bit. I like to put it right next to the sign. That looks like it. So full train brakes while we disconnect. And then I'll set the train brakes so they don't go anywhere. Put that away. And we are disconnected. And I'm just going to pull it forward just a little bit. Forward, brake. That brake's useless now, pretty much. It's the train brake. And just get away from it. And then I think I'm going to leave it here. Get out of that, set the train brake. You know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to shut it off. Because it needs repairs. We got to fix these guys. Alright. So I don't know if you guys want to see this stuff. Right there, we've delivered the load. I guess I'll go ahead and do it for show you the consequences of what I've done. I know that the office is here somewhere. Around C. Or is it C or is it D? I think it's D. Gotta look at my map here real quick. Harbor. A is by D. And we're at C. So I'm like way lost. Alright, that's the turntables. I think that's where we stored it. We're over this way. I'm so good at this. I'm getting lost. All right. I know the house is here somewhere, right? That's the turntable. You come in at C, and the house is like always right here. Except for today. It must be a different turn, like over here? More tracks? That's looking a little bit like... Right, I keep looking over and seeing that's the turntables, I think. Or am I missing up the... There, that's the turntables with that. There's the train. I'm going to just follow the tracks. Like, the tracks comes here, and then you would take a curve here, and it's right there. Station office. All right, so what are what are my options here? I can cash out the first one, I think. So that's the first thing we'll do is take the little load and cash it out. Oh, I probably didn't set a handbrake, but that's fine. It's good that you see all this stuff. Put this down. Move cars, handbrake must be set. So I got to go all the way back. I can drop this on the floor. To E, which was up here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Down to our cars that we delivered. Right? I think this is them on 8I. And set a handbrake. That's all it is, right? You just... That's off. I did set a handbrake. That's off. That's on. Okay, there's on. Make sure I get it right. Back to the office. Inside. Present my papers again. And success. We got paid 15. A time bonus. I'm late. Oh, I'm 10 minutes late. We just... give me my cash. It's something, right? We got 14,000. Now, will that even pay my bills? I got 380. So fees. Let's put the thing. What do we owe? Insurance. What? Wait. What? Right? I still have the thing. Who paid my insurance? I didn't pay it. Wow, that's weird. So, maybe since I'm on easy mode, I didn't have to pay anything. And the trains should be repaired now? Right, let's check fees again. No fees. Oh my god. So I don't have to pay anything for the stuff I lost. What's my status? Okay, these are my copays. It can go up to 40,000. You know, I didn't lose a ton of money. I'm glad about that. And I didn't get paid, but there are these jobs. All right, well, I'm thinking that's it for the stream. Like, anybody watching? Anybody questions? Looks like everything's good. I'm going to go through here and find some loads in the port. And I'm going to go make sure my trains are repaired. But thank you for joining me, like, on this beautiful day in Derail Valley, where I got to derail a train for you. It was so cool. Look at the ships and all those graphics. Good job, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.